Welcome back. We are getting to watch Andromeda versus Big Bananas today. I feel like this is a bit of a, I think there's some beef between these teams. The former, like, Season 5 Andromeda members combining with Season 5 New York Nutbusters. I don't know. Who knows? I think this is going to be an absolute uh, banger um, of a match. I think that the upcoming matches is out of date, but the standings is correct. I think on Saturday we did get to see Skaven Kill Team versus Metabusters. I think Metabusters were able to grab it, so they've actually grabbed the third place spot here. Andromeda trying to stay on top. These MVP standings are a little out of date. So let me see if I can get those updated. But anyway, I do want to kind of hop in to some of these highlights. We actually have seen Sam Espin. Uh, he's been playing for this team recently. I think the last two series. His first play champion is Zach. He took a little detour into the jungle, played some Kindred too. But this Thresh, Janna, Blitzcrank are going to be the ones to watch from him. Very good on the hook champions, but also really good on enchanters too. Kind of a good combo there. 55 games played in the server, positive win rate, and 25 unique champions with a 5.2 KDA. Uh, Terrifying player to watch out for. And an even more terrifying player on the other team, we have Blake for BB, 269 games, even better win rate than Sam. Just going to put that out there. Notice to Sam, just got to hype up Blake, 53.5% win rate there. Much lower KDA, but that does make sense with the top lane. And 62 champions played, still a pretty wide champion pool. Definitely it's not going to end up scaling linearly with games there. But the champions to watch are going to be a bit interesting. And this is our first look at these rosters. So looks like Blake actually is going to end up being top lane for this game. And then that's going to put Cam mid. I believe Fizz is like one of the few champions he's played 4 times. He will play anything and usually not the same champion too much, though. However, Alex is a huge Caitlyn player. This could be a priority champion to ban. But looking on the other side, Gabby hasn't played too many games, but that Cho'Gath has looked very solid so far. Bean has a very eclectic jungle pool, does like this Darius jungle. Singed is there, and Bessa's there, has started picking up the Vi, and I think that kind of is helping him hit more of these meta junglers in his pool. And then Sarverus is one of the reasons that this is a Syndra server, so definitely got to watch out for that. But he does have a lot of other picks too. And then Sam's Thresh that we already saw, 4-1, 7 KDA. And then Captain Coffee's Ashe is very solid as well, 8-3. But let me see if I can get the draft replay up for us here. It's not going to be scaled the same because I've had mine set up for my recording. So going to hope that this works out okay. And I also need to, yes, okay, good. And it starts off muted, but I'm capturing the wrong display. This isn't even the right size. Whatever. Okay. This is decent. Oh, we can work with this. I apologize for the offset. Not sure how much I can do to. Oh wait. Oh, we're improving, but looks like Gangplank and Garen are both being banned away from Blake, but these bans make a lot of sense. Singed and Ashe being banned away as well. I think this all makes sense given. Oh, that's not right. Given what the players need times to play, but the Darius is just going to be locked in to start us off, and it's countered by a Jinx pick, which is kind of interesting. Very high prio champion, but Alex has historically just been banning it every time instead of looking to pick it up himself. So a bit of an adaptation from BB here, and one I really like. And it looks like they're also going to try and deny this Cho'Gath pick away, which is going to be retaliated by a Vayne counter pick. I'm hoping this is the right game, because it could maybe not be, but no, I think this is right because Gabby's Teemo is a bit of a known pick for her. Definitely something that she prioritizes. But yeah, it looks like Blake's just going to grab the Cho'Gath, and Cho'Gath into Teemo is a little bit rough for him. since he is so immobile, he's probably just going to get hit by most of these skill shots thrown out. And we will have to see what gets paired with the Jinx, and it looks like it's going to be Seraphine coming out from Alana. Good pick there. I love Big Banana's draft so far. It's one of the best of them I've seen all season. They've typically, I feel like, been banning like it's like still season 6 of scrims, and they seem to have caught up. We're prioritizing Jinx. Cho'Gath is also high prio this season as well. Got Blake back in the top lane. But it is interesting to see how high the Vayne prio has been recently. I think it is due to the Q buffs, which are the same reason that Twitch is getting a little higher prio too. And I also just think it's a good pick into the Cho'Gath. It gives you some extra mobility to dodge and should get a lot of shred on that max HP. But Echo going to be banned against Cam. I think that's a good pick. Even though he doesn't tend to play the same champions too much, that is one that he does really enjoy. And they're banning out Braum and Lulu defensive picks, so they're probably going to look to pick some more assassin type champions for Mike and Cam, which is kind of telegraphed by these bans. But if you know anything about Big Bananas, you knew that that was going to happen, and it does definitely explain the Echo and Diana bans. Fizz is still on the table from Cam. It's something he's liked a lot, but I expect him to get the last pick of this draft. Sarvis is probably the scariest player on that team. Sam has a lot of value, but Sarvis is the one at the top of the MVP standing, so that definitely gathers him up a little bit. And Mike is just going to lock in this Kayn. Some of his other champions that he highly prioritizes are still left up, but it looks like this is going to be the lock. Going over to the other side, we already know Darius is going to be going to the jungle. So we'll have to see what Sarvis picks up here and what Sam ends up picking up. Looks like he's just going for the signature Thresh. Makes sense. I don't think it's the most phenomenal matchup into these champions, but it's just always going to be useful. Champion is well designed in that way. Oh, I gotta make sure I can kill Vanguard successfully. This will turn off Riot Vanguard. Awesome. And this Silas pick is so good. I was not paying super close attention, so I didn't notice it earlier, but you have Seraphine ult, you have Kayn ult, you have Cho'Gath ult, Jinx ult even could be pretty good, but not really a bad ult on the board right now. Honestly, you could have given over Echo or Diana, but it looks like Talia is going to be the lock-in. I think on paper it makes sense into Silas. I think he actually does end up having a pretty good matchup there. I could be wrong, but she does have really good dash denial because it blocks Thresh Lantern, I believe, as well as Vayne Q, so it's going to have a lot of value. Honestly, I wouldn't hate if they kind of mixed it up. Oh, goodbye VLC. It's just decided it doesn't like me anymore. Great app, but the video does just vanish after it's done playing. But anyway, I'll try to get us into game ASAP just because I think we have a few to get through, and I got somewhere I got to go at 9. But yeah, I mean, I think we could see an angle here where we flex the Jinx mid. Some of our newer players have been hyping up the lethality Jinx mid. And Talia APC is one of the highest win rate APCs in the game right now. And has a specifically good matchup into Vayne and Thresh. But let's be real, we know that's not going to happen. I'm just yapping as I get the game set up. Some nice cheerful greetings between the teams as we're loading in. I know y'all can't see it yet. Just gotta fix my settings. But yeah, here we go. Anyone would like to co-cast, by the way, please feel free to do so. Oh, hey Taxi. Did not see you until just now.
Yeah, I tried DMing you and like asking if I could cast, but I didn't want to say anything until after you said yes or no.
And because I was drafting, if I open up your DMs, I was just gonna leak them to the entire stream. So
that's probably pretty bad.
Yeah, I don't even know.
Actually, never mind. Never mind. It
Oh,
doesn't
we were just talking
matter.
about Cassiopeia for like.
Yeah, we were just kept talking about Cassiopeia.
Well, there is not a Cassio in this game, but there's Talia, which does something similar. Do you think that it's going to be super effective? I feel like Andromeda has a pretty short range comp. They all just kind of want to run at you. So I think it could have a lot of value.
I feel like Talia gets less value when she loses her half her HP level 1, but that's not what I was going to say. But like, she doesn't really like when people walk at her. She likes when they're dashing at her, which are two different things. And Darius jungle with Ghost and like, I mean, it's like good into their carries, I guess, kinda. I don't know. I just don't see the vision. I think it's fine. I think she's a generally good champion. And it was
No,
I don't know.
It was the last pick.
Or it was last pick? Okay, it was last pick.
Yeah. I mean, I think you just see Silas and I don't know. Talia's a very solid champion right now, and I think the anti-dash is good.
Yeah.
Are you able to fact check me on that? Because I think Silas actually has a favorable matchup in here, and it might
Silas
be for
is
this
going
reason
to
because you can just
absolutely
solo kill
destroy him. Yeah. Somehow she lived. Flash for flash. Oh, I think she's dead. I'm literally only looking at the minimap right now. Okay. Yeah, the problem, Electrocute is really OP right now, and yeah, Silas like, okay, did so much damage. Like that Electrocute proc actually like blew that guy's house up. But the thing about Talia versus champs like Silas is like, Silas low-key kind of likes playing against Talia for the same reason he kind of likes playing against Twisted Fate, where it's like, the global like a Silas that can be anywhere on the map is like really disgusting.
Yeah. This could be one of those games though where you have 5 good ults for Silas and you get stuck in like decision paralysis and just pick the wrong one every time. I've definitely had a couple of those.
That's true. It could be. There are some really good ults. Seraphine being like disgusting. Cho'Gath being disgusting. The rest are all like just solid.
Yeah, and the thing with Cho'Gath is you don't even necessarily need to use it in a fight. You just grab it in between fights and use it to stack up against like minions. And just having that extra HP
just get your 6. No, it's so nice. Especially back when Demonic Embrace existed, you could get enormous.
Yeah, the top lane matchup is the one I'm most scared for. I feel like Cho'Gath really does enjoy playing into Teemo, especially once he gets a couple stacks. I feel like they've buffed him a lot with how the size works, but Zarvek's getting so much damage down there. The Talia rocks are going to save Mike's life there, but he does have to burn the flash.
Can we talk about these Silas Electrocute like, guys, what are we doing, Riot? Like, what? That's just crazy.
Clearing people
That's
off the
so much damage. Like, he's actually like 70%ing everybody he touches. Like,
I do think with how healthy Big Bananas is going to get, though, it could hurt him in the late game. Not having Conquer into like a Cho'Gath and Kayn that's going to take forever to kill, you're really just going to be looking for picks mainly into the Talia, Jinx or Seraphine, and it's going to be harder for you to really contest the tankier members, which is why it's so damn lucky for you to have a Vayne on your team.
Yeah. Yeah, it kind of did set up into itself nicely. Also, just the fact that you're using this Electrocute to just dominate lane. Like, Silas is not supposed to be up 10 CS at 5 minutes against Talia, but like, he traded onto her twice and she almost died, so she didn't really have a choice. She has to give up the CS, because if he E's forward and he hits it, I mean, it hits chain, you're just dead, so. Even if like you try and juke and he just walks at you and just W's you and then Q's you and autos you, procs Electrocute, you're also just going to die, so. It's just such a rough spot to be in. But now that Talia's got her base off, post first base, I expect this to be fine mid-wise now. It should stabilize.
Yeah, Silas was able to get like a 10 CS lead and force out the flash early, but they weren't able to punish the flash with Talia, which is good. But now he's going in. He actually has 6 first, but I mean, there goes half the health. And she's able to trade back a little bit, but not too much. But
I think she should have flung him under tower. Like, he could have still autoed him, but like, he could have got autoed by the Silas still, but I don't think it matters, because like, if he was like stopping to auto, he would have taken tower shots, and then like your Q's such a short cooldown, you could just like trade out as he has to leave the tower.
yeah. And
I
that's
think it could have been
exactly what I
nice.
was talking about. You have nothing better to do, so you run top, steal Cho'Gath ulti, and 99% chance he's just going to eat something in the wave here.
Yeah, yeah, he's eating this cannon.
Oh, yep.
Yep.
But they
Yep.
are engaging down bot. Lana is caught out first here, but is going to flash away. Alex trying to kite out here, but I think he is just going to end up dying. First blood going over to Captain Coffee. And
Oh, unlucky
Sam
that
could
Alana
find a hook
like.
here.
Oh,
Just
that
does not cool
play.
down.
Okay. I thought Alana like thought that it was savable or something. Wanted to get the root for Alex to get out and like killed herself as well. It would have been really sad. Kill going on to Vayne. It's not optimal, but low-key you'd rather Vayne have a kill now than Darius have a kill like right now.
Yeah, that's really true. And I mean, they are committing 3 people bot. Like, they're gonna commit to the dragon anyway. You definitely could have lost more, and Kane's just gonna get uncontested grubs and steal away a couple camps. So I think overall you're not too upset with that play as BB, but definitely does suck to give away first blood.
It's okay. It's first 3 now, so they're chilling.
This is gonna be the Trellius Rush Cho'Gath, right?
Yeah, that's what that
I
is.
forget who started that build.
It's that guy on Twitter. I haven't even been playing League recently, but
I wasn't sure if it was a Baus tech or not.
no. I think they're trying to get Baus to play it. But
I feel like he probably should. It seems like it would be his
he
thing.
should. It seems like a Baus thing, yeah. But I know there's like somebody on Twitter who's like, yeah, this is just broken. Like, go abuse your free LP turbo hack machine while you can.
Yeah. Rome is coming out here for Sarv. It's actually pinged. They don't have any vision. Just a good call from Cam that he's going to walk down.
Shogoth is starting to build a pretty sizable lead in the top lane.
Yeah, it's just going to be real unplayable for Teemo real quick. As someone who used to play a crap ton of Teemo, Teemo has become much worse as a champion since then, and Cho'Gath has become much better, and that matchup was already unplayable. So it's going to be a little rough.
I assume it's just for the same reason why he's like, because his best role people say right now is mid. It's just like because it's good into mages, he's just unpokeable out, and he trades on you with like Halo Blades or whatever, and you just take so much damage. Or
yeah, you
it's like
definitely
hard
want
to
to just buy boots as fast as possible and hope you can dodge stuff out. Hasn't been done, but if you don't die before you buy boots, you're not really at too much of a loss. But Cho'Gath Q as a spell is just really damn annoying, but so is this, as Bean just walks in and pulls Kane out of the wall.
Yeah, out of his
stacking
E.
up the bleed. Kane ult is coming through, might be able to save him for a bit. Flash comes out, and Cam actually using the Talia ult to rope, is just immediately going to get picked off. Sarver is stealing the Kane ultimate, and that was not the play from Cam. Wanted to save his teammate, but I don't know if they didn't know Sarvers was there.
Yeah, I understand the point of the wall, but like that's just a wall you don't ride. You like try and section off like people, buy your guy space, but you don't hop off in the middle of like 3 melee champs that are Darius and Silas.
Yeah,
Like Thresh
bit
was
unfortunate there. I do
A little
appreciate like the
unlucky.
heads up play and rubbing the map. Like, you know, solo queue mid laner just isn't even gonna notice that play's going on. Just gonna stay there, farm. But I think Kane looking to invade again. I don't know if the camp timers are up, but Sam, Alana ulting the wrong way. It doesn't
We
matter.
don't talk about it. It wouldn't have done anything
It was,
either way.
yeah, it's like to discourage them. Strike
And they
fear in the
listen,
hearts of
and they're
fans.
walking away, and look, they walked away, so it basically did what it was supposed to do. It actually was better that she missed, because if she hits them, it forces them to walk towards her, and she wanted them to walk away, so it just makes sense.
Cam could be caught here, needs to get to the wall to get the little passive proc, it just is not going to be able to do it. Too far up in lane, and that is going to be Feat of Warfare going over 3-0 to Andromeda to start off this game. Mike actually being able to take a lot of camps from the jungle, but it's going to have to stop now in case Darius just walks up. Blake is the most farmed person in this game by a significant margin. They're going to need to be relying on Vayne to take him down, but luckily for Coffee, he does have a kill lead, but is actually one of the least farmed champions in the game. I think they've just been fighting so much bot, they've rotated up for the dragon, it's impossible to get a CS.
Low key, this Shirilia's Cho'Gath build is like actually not that tanky. When I was playing the, you shout out to Honan letting me play a single series. It's hype. I got my season 9 game in, but
Hey, there's like 2 more left to schedule. You get another
I
one.
might get I might get one I might get one more. I think I'll get one more. I'm just busy this weekend, but and like all this week. It's like midterms week. It's annoying,
Oh.
but the in the Rise game where they picked Cho'Gath, that guy was so squishy actually. Like he was pretty very fast. Like the thing that it does is like he sticks to you with all like the silences and the movement speeds and like all that kind of stuff, and you like can't move like run away from it. You can move, but you can't run away because you're perma silenced and stuff. And it does a decent amount of damage, but he's not actually that tanky. So I don't. Silas, if he gets too accelerated, might just like blow this guy up because he also is probably gonna have to build like
And speaking of getting
Dead
blown
Man's
up, that's
Plate.
half of Cam's health gone again. And Sarvis
Yeah,
has flash, so I think Cam's actually very killable here.
yeah, he's probably gonna die. This is like a you need your jungler to hover, but your jungler doesn't want to hover because he wants to like
'Cause he's
get his
Kane.
camps and yeah. So it just feels really bad.
Yeah, now Cho'Gath just gets to walk up in proxy. I think that they know that Darius is down there taking the dragon. You don't really want to be down 2 dragons, but if Kane's going to be able to come and get the rest of the grubs, that should help. And having a super strong top laner is going to help secure those, and that is a trade that you can be fine with. I think generally the thought is that the dragons are a little better, but you're definitely fine taking either.
For sure. I feel like dragons like help you win hard games and grubs make you win easy games faster. That's
Yeah.
my read on it. And like
I think if you're trying
this
to
is
contest feats, though, I think the void objectives are a little better because getting more of them helps you get that first tower. And
that is true.
we know for sure that BB isn't getting the warfare feat.
Eh, unfortunately not.
I think getting the Archangel's completion pretty quick, hopefully for Cam, might help mitigate some of the bursts that Silas has, at least in team fights. But if Silas is able to just pop it from you in lane over and over again, then it's actually not going to have too much value.
I wonder what the reasoning why Blake went the Swifties instead of the Symbiotic Souls is, because the normal like move speed Cho'Gath is Symbiotic over Swifties.
Is it just that there's a lot of slows in the other team? I feel like the team was probably going to get a Rylai's. Darius has a slow on his W, and then Thresh slow from the ult.
Maybe. Maybe it's like better in top, because like when you do it, because like they normally play at mid, so like mid can roam around like side
Gotcha.
lanes really fast or something. So
Yeah, if
maybe
you're not
it's
looking to
it's like
roam.
a top lane choice. I could see that it just being a top lane choice.
Yeah, he is just going to start eating some shrooms. It's going to actually miss the Q. Doesn't look like this to stream, but Gabby actually was invis in the bush there, so Blake was just guessing. Does force the flash out just by walking up. Has the unsealed spellbook. Not sure what we're going to see come out from this game, but Sarvis flashing forward is able to find some damage onto Cam, but Cam should be able to get out. I think they're going to find a kill onto Mike, and Cam just has to flash defensively, and Blake getting a solo kill on the top side of the map. And the Kane ult comes down. Cam tried to position for the sun, is actually going to get it. Sarvis is going to get shut down there under tower. Really well played
He
by
outplayed
Cam.
him so hard, and he still died. But the 1-for-1 is very worth. If he had completed Archangels, he actually would have just won. That's so sad. I do like the mechanics from Cam though. That's nice.
It's also just tough in here. You're just down
Yeah.
that much gold, but
Yeah,
can't play
no,
that
he's
really
down
well.
a lot. I wonder how it's coded. I saw what Cam was going for to like stun on the rocks.
Yeah, he did it
When
last
he came
time. I think they
when he
just didn't
came
come
out of
fast
Kane
enough.
ulti, like the rocks expired as the Kane ulti expired.
Yeah, Bean should just find a solo kill here. He's able to rip Kane out of the wall. The ult coming down, but he is full stacked on already, and Darius just gonna get the dunk. Yeah. Hopefully Kane got enough orbs from that. Because if you do, you're in you're in your call right now saying worth. And he got ghost.
Oh, he's only midway to transformation. They pinged it in the thing.
Yikes. Yeah,
That's
I'll
rough.
check when the respawn comes through. Really good hook from Sam, though. Is just going to go in on that. Double hits the flay, forces the flash out and the heal immediately. And you just take that. A lot of value for a hook. I don't... Oh, he does have it.
Okay.
Maybe he pinged the wrong form by accident. Sam going in now, and Sarvis, huge flank, is going to find the chains onto Alex. It's just going to take him out. Alana finding the double stun, just gets counter ulted on, and the Q2 is going to take out the Seraphine, and the campus immediately gets hooked and killed. They might get one back to tower here, but nope, Sarvis was tanking, and he's already tanky from stealing some Cho'Gath ultis. That was a crazy play from Andromeda. That was just all off the back of Sam's hooks. Really good roam from Sarvis too. They're able to get a turret, but it was right after that top turret was taken by Blake. So a lot of prio is going to be on these Void Grubs and the next Dragon. I think ideally for Andromeda, they'd be able to just take the Dragon or the Grubs and trade for the other and just secure the feats. But trying to go for the Dragon stacking, even if you end up losing Grubs and have to flip Dragon, I think might still be worth it. Having Soul Point at like 18 is really strong.
Especially when you're curving into Cloud Soul like this. Vayne, Darius, Silas is pretty good with Cloud Soul and movement speed.
Yeah. This flank from Sarvis is crazy. Alex is just going to get hit again. Actually, dodges away really well. Mike gonna stall out a little bit with his ultimate, but I think is just going to be picked up. Does flash away, actually. And yeah, no one on BB manages to die here. It felt like two of them were going to. And it looks like a bit of a Purple Cane build, so I wonder if the midway to transformation was for the blue form, and that's actually what they were trying to go for, and they just decided to opt out of it because red was already obtained. Unsure.
Maybe.
Both teams have Cho'Gath ult, so neither team really has better objective prio, and I think that's Evolved Smite on both of them as well. If BB's able to grab the Dragon here and then immediately just walk up to Grubs, it puts him in a pretty solid position with the 6 Grubs and kind of stopping the Dragon stacking from going on. But it looks like Blake's just trying to cheese.
It's Herald now, right?
Maybe. Yes.
The team mushroom doesn't tell us? Okay.
Oh, wait. They got the other Grub, so they already have feats. I just missed that. Sorry.
They actually caught Silas on live, though, which is pretty huge. They should just, like, not get it for free, but I would assume that they would give for free.
Yeah.
I think they could fight if they wanted to, but why? There's no point in risking the game for no reason.
Yeah, I didn't...
One Cloud Drake isn't going to make a humongous difference.
I didn't see how Cyrus got caught, but I feel like he wouldn't even need to misposition that poorly because of how aggressively BB was playing that. They were just all hiding in random spots, like in Andromeda's jungle. So they had it set up perfectly to collapse on anyone who walked up too far.
I think BB was sitting like 4 or 5 stack on like the mid bot brush, and he just like walked in like right there to like place a ward. Or no, I mean, there's a ward there. I don't know. Maybe like the ward got placed as he walked in or something.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. But no, it's been there for a while because that's
been there for a hot second. I don't know. That's where he died. He died like right there. I'm not sure where he got, like how he got caught, but.
I had grubs on the brain. I wasn't even paying attention.
Oh, they're saying that he TP'd on the ward and then just got collapsed on.
Yeah, that would
that
do it.
makes sense. That would do it. TPing on Vision alone when your team is like in bot lane and you're TPing like on the mid wave, yeah, it happens.
Yeah, Coffee and Sam have been having a phenomenal game so far. If Sam's able to steal this away, even better. But no,
he actually got it.
Is able to secure it. Might be run down a little bit here. Sam's able to find a hook. Coffee just not in range to follow up, and Cho'Gath is so fast.
He is fast, but if you know, I mean, like that was like a behind Teemo and a Thresh hitting him. He took a good amount of damage for no carries being on him.
552 movement speed.
No, he's fast. He's so fast. Swifties, Shirelias plus Deadman's like,
yeah.
Brother is zooming. I assume Alex is just trying to curve out into his IE second with this BF sword, so I think what Big Bananas really need is just
Yeah.
time
Blake might be
to...
picked here though. Is forced to flash. Gabby flashing forward, but the auto just getting canceled. Teemo moment.
Unfortunate.
Oh my god, he's
I
so
mean, it
good.
wouldn't have
Jeez.
killed, but...
They're gonna fake that Mike is just catching wave. Try and get him to dive. This might work.
No, this is
Chocobo
sicko. There's no way.
That'd be awesome though. He's such a good play.
You're gonna dive a Kane with ult? No way. A Ross?
Maybe.
No way.
Maybe. I just want to see fun things happen. I don't care if they're like dumb fun.
That's fair. I would have liked to see that work too.
I guess just a reminder that Andromeda is trying to go 6-0 with this series. So, would be a bit unfortunate if they do end up losing, but I think they're probably the projected team to win, but the advantage that they have right now is not as high as a lot of people probably would have thought going in. BB has struggled to win a lot of their series, and Andromeda has won pretty easily a lot of the time, and it's been damn close, so do want to shout out BB. Been very solid so far this year. This is a death
nice.
bush of all death bushes.
How long on Dragon? Like 2 minutes still? Like they're just death brushing for the love of the game. Like this is true Nayram right here. Like
I like the Fnatic inspo.
Yeah.
I mean, Otacon is down there, so it's not like they're doing it around nothing, but I don't know if you're going to force Otacon off a pick or two at this point in the game.
I think it's way too hard. I've seen many a games thrown at Otacon. Starting that thing, dude, it does so much damage. Like you take so much damage if you start Otacon, because he like essentially gives the entire team Void Staff and LDR. Like shreds all your resist, does 1,000,000 damage. Like, and this is probably respawn Otacon, right? Like it's a pretty low kill game, so
yeah, I'm not entirely sure.
I just don't see respawn Otacon getting the value that you want it to like at this level of play. Like I watch pro players mess that up all the time. Like
yeah, surprisingly the biggest gold difference in Andromeda's favor is jungle, but the top gap a little big so far. Gabby actually farming pretty well though, especially given how hard the matchup is.
yeah, I mean this Teemo is just sitting on top lane right now. He just perma shoving and with the choke perma grouping.
So hard for them to contest either of these objectives, and if they go for a bad fight, die on Dragon, then you're giving over Otacon too. But you just don't even need to like think about it. They're just gonna take this so fast.
I thought Thresh stole it for like a millisecond in my head.
And Darius is dead. I don't know what he was trying to do. He's just trying to take tower and get out, but the entire team's collapsing on you, and Cho'Gath is running at you so fucking fast.
No, it's so funny.
He's able to dodge the Q, and he might get the blast cone. Oh my god, he
actually
lives.
Gets out.
Just pops Ghost, walks out, refuses to elaborate. My goat.
Giga Chad.
And it feels like they're not setting people up to really contest the Teemo, just because every time you do, you're probably just going to eat like 3 of the shrooms. But Sarvis dashes directly on top of the Cho'Gath, but does have Cho'Gath ult of his own. Although the Jinx ult does so much to help with drop down and execute range, and Sam getting so damaged by Talia and the Kayn, but they might be able to finish off Bean here. And they're able to just take it down. Shutdown going over to Cam.
It's a pretty big shutdown, especially with Nash spawning in their faces in the area, and their health bars are pretty good. Like, this is just going to be a start.
Yeah, and just really aggressive play from Sarvis there. Dashes into a bush that has like half the team sitting in it. Rest of the fight, I feel like Andromeda tried to play pretty well, but you're already down when your main carries. I think Cam's just going to solo cover mid, and this should just be a pretty free Baron for them.
Yeah, this is a huge tempo swing, and it's going to be a pretty big gold swing. It went from like minus 3.5 to completely even just about. Like,
yeah, they're just down 500 gold, and maybe they'll be able to just make it up off there. But Sarvis now TPing is just going to look for this kill onto Cam, and Cam has no idea, just gets stunned up. taken down, but flash for flash, might be able to save him. He just kites it out. Sarvis' Cho'Gath ult is just not enough.
He just
Cam
didn't
playing the
expect
limits so well here.
he didn't expect the shield. He Cho'Gath ultied early into the Seraph shield.
Yep. And now Blake running at like Mach 5 at Coffee, not able to find the Q.
So funny.
If only the Q could like move around as fast as you could, then you're never insane.
True.
And I
The
would
more movement
uninstall
speed
the game.
Cho'Gath has, the faster his Q comes out.
Yeah. I already feel like that thing's undodgeable half the time if he places it right.
It can be annoying, especially if you're a character without a dash.
Yeah.
If you have a dash, like, you should almost never get hit by it, but...
I just realized BB also has 2 Cloud Drakes. So Cho'Gath is 571 movement speed.
When he's in the cloud zone, yeah.
Yeah. Well, I guess that's part of why it was so high earlier. Maybe it just popped Shirelia's. Absurd. Sarvis is just going to walk up. Steel Seraphine ult is only going to find a single target, but Sam follows up immediately with the hook. But still, they don't get a lot of here. And Alex just going to win the ADC 1v1. Throws an auto onto Sam, and it almost costs him the kill, but he's still able to lock it down. And Sarvis just getting it knocked up, and that's a 3-for-0 play. The Seraphine ult, Sarvis only able to find 1 target. Alana makes sure to live and shows better Seraphine wins. Now they're up gold, and they're just going to get this Otacon uncontested. Can get a lot of value out of this with already having the purple buff.
Oh yeah, I mean the game is like actually just so much in BB's favor now. Like what a turn of the game. Just the Sarver's getting picked in that bush that turned into Nash is so big. And is Drake up right now? No, it's not. When is this one?
Another minute.
3 minutes. Okay. Is it?
It's
oh,
just
1 minute. Okay, 1 minute. 1 minute.
You're okay. Yeah, and I feel like the early game from Coffee and Sam was played so well, but I feel like both Vayne and Thresh are just outranged by this entire comp. It's so difficult.
Yeah, it's so hard. Yeah, just Vayne in all these fights is just never allowed to hit with the Cho'Gath creating so much space with the cane. Like, it's actually so annoying, and they just get super outranged by Jinx rocket form. It looks very annoying to be Vayne right now.
Feels like maybe the tech is still first pick Jinx. But what do I know?
Like first pick Jinx is just running every server. Sigh. Jinx and Syndra.
It's okay, we first picked Darius this game, and Darius is definitely getting a lot of value. I just wonder if it's going to be enough. I feel like the fights that Andromeda are taking are just very ambitious.
Yeah, I think they kept playing like they had a lead after the Baron play happened, and it was way more even, especially not, you know, the Jinx had IE. Dude, they actually just walked past each other like they didn't even realize. Like
if Blake knew that he was there, he could have positioned so much better, but he just completely got him off guard. He could have done
so much damage. Yeah, he's probably like, you know, the comms just like, what the fuck? Where did that guy come from?
Yep.
Like,
I think this is just going to be a dragon given over, and then maybe they're going to try and clap something or something. I wasn't sure if there's going to be a play, but actually top tower taken and probably top inhib as well. Really good attempt at a backdoor from Bean and Gabby. Not sure how much they're going to get for it. Blake is definitely not allowed to back here. And it's just going to be Cho'Gath and Kayn trying to hold off these people. Cam, actually really good wall to keep them both trapped. Sequenced with the ult from Alana. Jinx Rocket coming down, not going to be able to do enough. But stops him from getting any real damage on the Nexus turrets.
I would like to point out that is a 3rd Cloud Drake for the Cho'Gath.
He might actually be forced to withdraw here, but no, only takes half his health bar.
I wonder in the Cloud Zone with Shirelia's popped, like if he's ever peaking at 1,000 movement speed. I feel like he is, right? Like maybe with the 4th one?
I don't think so, because he's only at 500 without it. If he was like any champion that actually had a movement ability, I think maybe. But it's really hard to hit 1,000, especially with all movement speed buffs decaying past a certain.
That is true.
But throw a zillion on that guy's team and
he's moving the 99% speed up. That's cheating though.
Yeah. I don't know. I
Dude,
feel
that
like
would
all
be
the
so
Vandrolol
funny.
videos where they got like 5 people and then they just they got the Malphite going like
No, that shit
30,000
is so
MS.
funny.
It's the best thing ever.
It's so funny. See, if he had the symbiotic souls, when they're
True.
procced, he would actually be no clipping
But now
around.
he's faster in combat.
Well, just
Sarvis
don't
is
get hit,
pretty big.
forehead.
Sarv has 4 Cho'Gath ult stacks. I don't think a single one's on a champion. Yeah, Epic Monster and 3 minions. That's how you're supposed to do it. Save the good ults for Seraphine in combat.
True. That is just the best one. That ult is cracked.
Yeah, the Canes actually helped him out a lot this game too. He got a lot of value from him in the early game, but Bean's now just going to show up behind Cam, I think. A little scared to walk into this bush though. Don't think he actually knows Cho'Gath is in the area, but now another collision of Cho'Gath and another person. Gabby actually getting so much damage down onto Cam, and the Jinx Rocket's going to come as BB is just looking for the disengage. Sarv able to find in here, but it gets immediately cancelled by Mike's W.
Unfortunately, hit a Teemo Shroom and just did like
assist.
half his health. Like,
He should heal up half his health from that. And the rest of
he
his
did it a
team's
little
here.
late.
A bit of a rough Zonius, and he just gets picked off. Really good W from Cam. He's able to get the kill. That healing was disgusting. It's like 70% of his health bar.
Yeah. Hey, Rost. Listen, and Mike will tell you that Rost doesn't like actually beat melee champs, by the way. He says that champ sucks. Like, come on, bro.
Yeah.
Be
This
for
should
real.
just be a free purple worm.
Yeah, with the
Thresh
Silas
is
down,
Trying to harass, but it's just gonna be so tough.
this Vayne has been practically invisible for this like entire game. Maybe I'll eat my words, but ever since we've gotten to the mid-late game,
Yeah, they're just
it's just
zoned.
so hard for him to play. Like, Talia rocks on the floor, plus just the fact that Jinx outranges him so hard is the really hard part about it.
Yeah, I almost wish Andromeda had gone for another kind of like backdoor sneak attempt there. Maybe not to try and end the game, but just go bot, get this tower, get that. Maybe punish them a bit more, because you know you're not winning the fight without Zarvus there. But
Yeah, I think they're gonna need a Silas stolen Seraphine ult that's just humongous.
yeah, they did a really good job of kind of like weathering through the Otacon buff. I feel like BB was only able to get a dragon out of it, which does have a lot of value, but they haven't gotten too many kills since then, so we're definitely not getting the extra gold farming value from it.
Yeah, no one on BB has died in a while. I think the scoreline was 3-9, and now it's 9-9, and most of the kills have come in from the last like 15 or so minutes. So it's been a little bit of a dry streak since the early game.
Lana hooked here, but I don't think there's any follow-up. I have been told, I honestly wasn't paying attention, so I don't know which of the 6 games it is. But there's a game where there's a very slow first blood, and I've been asked to see if there's a record. I feel like one of the slowest first bloods in my team format scrim games is like 17 minutes, so I think it's going to be a little hard to beat, but there's a post 20er that could be something to watch out for. So if there's a slow game this series, you've been warned.
Interesting. This is just a best of 3, right?
Yeah, I meant like all the games I have to catch up on.
Oh, okay.
I don't
okay.
even remember how many series it is. Maybe it's 3 2-game series, 2 3-game series, who knows. I got a list. And this is just going to be a 4 Cloud Soul. Fresh Hook looks like he got it again, but that's just a casual 550 move speed Cho'Gath outside of a Cloud Zone.
With no Shirelia's active. And no Cloud Soul active. Like, if he ults, you know? Like
Oh my god, yeah. I just want to keep it locked on him the entire game. Just want to see how fast he gets.
Just see how fast
this
he
is a
gets.
no minion Darius just going for the tower.
I respect it.
Yeah. He got some damage down. The grub damage is true damage, right? So that doesn't
I
matter
believe
if you
so,
don't have
yes. It is true damage, yeah. It's like little 6 little true damage pecks. Peck.
Gabby's actually almost caught up in CS. Might not matter as Bean's trying to run away. Really good flash from Mike to make sure he's not going to get out. Sarver's trying to turn this, but you have no chance of winning this. The health bars are just too big on the other team, and Mike able to pick up that kill.
This could just be game, right? Like, if they just ARAM right now
Yeah, I
with
mean, like two of
their
their
two strongest
members. Yeah.
yeah.
You just have a 3-2 push set up, maybe just send Talia top and 3-prong him.
Or maybe you just go like a bunch of people bot lane, you just, since you have a wave there, and you just walk it in with tower.
Timo just forced to flash immediately.
This big purple dinosaur is like, looks so annoying.
It is 20-second respawn, so I'm not sure they're going to be able to end the game, but if they're able to break an inhib, that could be huge. Their inhib respawn top, so they could just get a pushing wave in any lane that they're able to crack open.
Does look like a pretty big weakness.
From
oh
Cam.
my
they're
god.
Able to get 3, followed up immediately by Cade, and the Seraphine ulti, and yeah, you're right. Like, what do you do after this? Jinx
turbo
is
game
resetting.
over. Yeah, that's a big weakness.
Amazing.
Big weakness of Andromeda's team comp. They have no, like, anti-siege wave clear. Like... But yeah, that flick was... Good lord.
Dude, that, like, flick might justify him getting MVP for the game. Like...
Unironically, like... it's close.
Yeah. I don't know. I feel like Cam has had, like, the best plays from BB this game, but also has had the worst plays from BB this game. So it's tough, but... Wow. Really good game from BB. They were never down more than, like, 3 or 4K. They just got a little out-macroed in the beginning of the game, but they have a super hard-scaling team. None of these champions spike before the mid-game. So, honestly, just really well played.
Vayne just couldn't play, like... Yeah, he got his like 3 kills in lane, and then just nothing happened. Like he could never use it. But it's like, how can you use it? Like you can't even do anything.
Yeah.
It just feels so bad.
Yeah, it was picked pretty early, but you did know that the Jinx and the Cho'Gath were there. And I think with that showing, I don't think it's a terrible pick, but you definitely know for the future to not keep doing that. I believe going into the next game, Big Bananas is going to be on blue side, and we are getting a sub. Arnie is in for Gabby this game, and I believe positioning for BB stayed the same. But yeah, I mean, who are you thinking for MVP? Do you think we give it to Cam? I think it's super justifiable to do that, but there's so many players that you could give it to for BB.
I feel like when I value MVP, it's like most valuable player, not most valuable play. And I think that they would have won anyways from the position they were in, even without the flick. The flick was so sick. The flick looked amazing, and it insta-won them the game on the spot. But I think they would have won anyways. So it's like, who is the reason why they were in the positions that they were in? And I think it was either all the space being made from Cho'Gath, or like, Sarverus deserves MVP for hinting like twice in a row. Like,
I wouldn't say
but
that.
Dude, I don't know. But I think the space made by Cho'Gath was more important than the sick ass flick, even though this flick was sick. Like, I think Cho'Gath helped transition the game.
I feel like
I think if Cho'Gath was too behind, I think if he was behind, the game is like way harder to win. The fact that he won as convincingly as he did and could take up as much space as he did, I don't think he died a single. He was like 3-0 and 10 or something. Like, he took up a much space and never died. So I think I would probably give it to Blake. But, you know, if it's like Overwatch play of the game, I mean, the flick's the play of the game. But I'd give player of the game to Blake.
Yeah, that was a sick play though. Someone clip it, submit it, etc. If there's any techie people out there, can someone tell me why there's a folder on my D drive that took up the entire drive named file history? I did not create it. I just want to know why it showed up. But I'm actually not able to update the Twitch assets because of how big this folder is. I finally got it deleted, but what the hell? I don't know. I've been taken out of my depth there, but I'm gonna try and get our next drafts pulled up as fast as possible. I Just really in terms of adaptations from Andromeda, I like the Darius Prio. I think I could stand to see them Prio Jinx over the Vayne. If they're going to be on red side, I think you can just leave up both and then just try and trade and take whichever one you think is more important.
I feel like that's a fake trade. Like, who's trading Vayne into Jinx, right? Like,
Oh, no, no, I
that.
meant like Darius and Jinx.
Oh, okay, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's understandable.
Right. If those are like the two highest prio picks, I'm not even sure if anyone on BB will play it. I think Cam definitely has a Darius in his bag. I just don't know if that's going to be their decision, you know? Okay, and I pulled up
Yeah,
the wrong draft, but maybe this is correct. We'll see. If it's a different band, then it's good. Okay, yeah, this should be right.
I
Singed,
think I'm more
Fear and
curious
Denial
about
makes
the one,
sense.
two, three bands. I think the one, two, three bands like say a lot about how the draft will go
Is there anything
compared
that you
to.
feel like needs to change from last game? I feel like they were good from both sides.
I wasn't really here for the one, two, threes,
Check.
but I just want to see the dude sick overlay, bro.
Yeah, Cam is changing his title on top of draft on his screen recording right now. I don't know if he knows he's doing this,
That's awesome.
but
That's
I,
so
I
funny,
can't get rid of
actually.
it because it's
That's
baked into the
awesome.
recording. But it looks like Ash is actually banned away. I think that's different. Um, I feel like Singed and Cinder were taken away. I'll go check through draft links um, to see what was
But it's
banned.
looking like the Jinx and the Darius and the Varus are all being left up right now.
Wait, why did that just...
Bro, you are you just this is the last draft. You just overlaid the last draft with this draft.
How did I do that? Oh, because I
I don't
opened
know.
up the Chrome window? Oh, because I opened up a... I guess I had a I had something that was just looking for a Chrome tab named draft wall. So I opened up a draft and it just immediately pulls it up. Anyway,
Nice.
BB's keeping the bans from last game and first picking Jinx. So they're keeping it up. They're doing this Jinx Vayne trade again, which I don't like. And
Dude, that's
bans
sus.
first
I
three
think that could
from
cost them
Andromeda
the
is actually
series.
the same as last time too. If they pick Darius here, this is basically just the same draft on the opposite side. They are going to move over to the Vi, which I feel like is somewhat effective into the Jinx. But if you have a really good peel support, then you can lose a lot. And I think Seraphine could fit that position pretty well.
Dude, I want to see a Poppy in this game for big bananas.
From Blake or Mike or Cam?
I don't care. All of the above. Alana, maybe. All of the above. Somebody
Four
pick,
of
just
them.
log it in. Bro, nobody wants to see your Valorant background. Chill.
It's okay. It's supposed to be like Mordekaiser, but he just disappeared. And now they're all the same. I had a bunch of different like
Nice.
orange themed backgrounds. It was so cool. It was a vibe. And then Windows just decided it hated me and then created a
Dude, I
fucking
love
500 gigabyte folder.
I love when Windows does that.
Oh, there's a system file
Yeah.
in that folder apparently. Just delete them
Seeing
all.
the Viego answer into Vayne Vi.
Yeah, they're actually taking the Braum for themselves. I feel like the Braum would have been a really good answer into the Vi, but pairing it up with the Vi is really good because of how fast she can auto. I think Viego Cho'Gath are just heavy comfort for BB, and they get to kind of keep what they've been doing. I don't think Cho'Gath is as blindable into Arnie, but I think if you get two bans against him, I think it helps it out a lot.
Dude, I'm just looking at this draft for big bananas. Do you not like see the champion named Sona or Soraka and just get like a little horny? Like you got Jinx on your team, they pick Braum, they pick Vayne, so you're never dying in lane. You go unpunished. Like, dude, I'm
Yeah,
picking one of them too. I'm picking either Soraka or I'm picking Sona, whichever one Alana wants to play.
yeah,
Like,
that's not the way I would have phrased it. I was thinking Seraphine. It did get banned. They actually just banned the two champions that were played last game here. Looks like Arnie is going to go for the Volibear counterpick into the Cho'Gath. I do like that. Um, looks like Cam Oh,
Dude, just pick
Cam
Soraka.
has
Just pick Soraka. Yes! They see it. They see
they're
it. Just pick
hovering.
Soraka. It's so good here. No one on the enemy team can play the game. If they lock this in, Big Bananas are winning 2-0. That's my prediction.
Man, I don't know what
If,
else they would lock in.
dude, it's so good. Like, how can Vi play? Like, she
Hey, they
ults
got
somebody.
it.
You put the silence on their feet. Like,
Okay, but hear me out. Cam could totally pick something here that ruins it.
that is true. But it's like it's really hard. Like, you
And
have
if
to
he picks a
overcome
melee champion, though.
you. Yeah, I wouldn't want to pick melee into this. Just no ego, play Orianna, bro. Like, put the fries in the bag. Play Hui, put the fries in the bag.
Vladimir! Hell
Aw,
yeah.
it's not a melee champ, and it
But for
scales.
all intents and
But
purposes, it kind of is.
yeah, it's you aren't just like begging them to do heal cut, which I don't know why you would beg them to build heal cut against your Thanos Soraka pick, but
He's shopping for Vladimir skins right now, by the way. That's why the client's open.
that's so fucking funny.
He's scrolling through his skin charts. He's searching for Vlad. He doesn't have any. And they just pick Vlad too. They have
What
the
are we
sequel on the other
doing?
team. This is the
Wait,
most
Swain actually goes so hard here.
irritating Andromeda comp ever. There's so many slows, so much CC, which is a really good counter into both Vladimir and Viego. Jinx
Dude,
is
I
going
would-
to outrange this a little bit, but if you have Ghost on the Swain and you get an early Rylai's, I think it's actually really hard for her. And
I would
Soraka's going to
never
need to
wanna play
position
Viego
literally
here.
perfectly. Yeah, Viego's
Dude, how does
borderline
Viego
useless.
play? Like this okay, I changed my mind. I think Andromeda's gonna win this game. This Vladimir ruined it. Like, you just pick Hui and you win. It looks so good. Pick any mage. Play Victor.
Dude,
Like,
we're
it's
not, we're
so
not
good.
picking Ozempic victory, bro. It's not happening.
Why? I thought Scrims loved that champ.
Okay, I'm an Ozempic Victor op. Maybe the rest of the server likes him. I will hate.
Not like Ozempic Victor in specific, just like Victor as a champion. I thought the server was high on Victor.
Yeah. But Stanley's bench, so that means that Victor's benched, you know?
I also played Victor, but we banned it all 3 games that I played, so I couldn't pick it. I would have picked it game 3, but
They are
the
loading in
Lysandra
here,
pull.
and here's skinless Cam. If I can even get to him. Oh my god. Yep. Couldn't buy a skin in time. Blade doesn't have one either. Disappointing.
Okay, so I do stand by, I think Soraka is Thanos this game, but I think the rest of his team is useless. So I think that Andromeda's probably going to take this one.
Yeah, Soraka's going to have to position super well, which I think it's doable.
I don't think it's that hard.
There's
I don't
an
think it's
angle
too
for-
difficult.
There's an angle for Vi to just ult Soraka, though?
I feel like it's
Instead
like
of Jinx?
she has to like Q nothing to get in range of Soraka, but then like her team can't follow through the Cho'Gath and like the Vladimir. I feel like it's like kinda awkward to just go on for free. But if she does get caught ever, then like dude, they can't play. Like their champions need Soraka to like stay alive.
Yeah, I'm just hoping
Man.
we see an early Rylai's come out first. The Swain, I think that's going to be so important in this game.
I agree. I actually
Braum
wanted to see
passive's gonna
any.
go crazy. There's auto resets on so many people
Yeah.
on this team.
I actually just wanted to see literally any mage other than Vladimir. Like he could have picked quite literally anything else.
Rise would
and
also have been pretty bad. Anything kind of like shortish range.
I don't think so. I think Rise is fine here. Rise does good know a bunch of melees, and you're tanky, so
true.
like you and Cho'Gath can like you can like dual tank. It's like actually I would unironically like pick Rise here. I think Anivia is better, all intents and purposes in this draft, but I don't blame anybody for not wanting to play Anivia.
Nah, I gotta play Nivea top now.
With Grasp, dude.
Hell yeah.
Monsters, they're monsters. The Shy.
Is he the one who pulled it out first? I don't know. I've only been
It's either
watching
him or
LCK, so I saw
Flandre.
Zeus pick it.
It's either him or Flandre. Flandre's a monster, bro. Flandre's the one that made Tank Jace popular.
That's like evil.
Yeah. He was like the only one doing it, and then like I think he like played some like top tier team, and he like
Yeah,
absolutely shit on the other top laner, and they're like, wait, this is broken. Then they started picking it, and then everybody started
that's
picking
funny.
it. It's like, wait, this is broken.
Blake actually trading really well here in the early levels. I think Arnie just needs to stay on top and get a sustained fight to have winning chances in this matchup.
Vladimir actually went Doran Shield. It's very interesting.
Huh.
Isn't it like 20% effective on range champs? Or is it like 40 or something?
Uh,
Dude, Diagnostic Crude said your chat's so empty, bro. Giving no signal vibes.
sorry, Diagnostic Brood.
I can't believe you're giving no signal vibes.
Possible ban evader. Anyway, Mike collapsing and Arnie actually flashes into the...
Flashes into the Cho'Gath Q, yeah.
Well played by Blake there.
That's actually like you really want to see that for a Viego in a draft like this. Like he needs to get accelerated to play the game. So
I don't know. I would have preferred just giving the kill to Cho'Gath. I think Cho'Gath is going to be more
low-key,
useful.
yeah, Cho'Gath is gonna be more useful. Yeah, he is. But like, if your like name is Mike and you want to like have fun in the video game, like you want the kill so you can maybe play the game.
Yeah, they were fishing for something mid, but I think just prefers to get the base, keep the tempo up. Sar's walking forward, forces the pull out of Cam, was going to hit that root otherwise, put him in big trouble. And Vi actually is opting for early movement. Once
Swain is completely out of mana, so he is going to have to base TP. But it is a cannon wave, so it's pretty awkward for the Vlad to shove. Vlad not known for his wave clear, so...
Yeah, aside from Vlad being a little weak in this draft, I do think it's fun to see. It's not a champion we get to see too much. I feel like Tusini has a Vlad that's talked about a lot, not played too much, but definitely fun to see it come out from another champion. It's a very selfish champion, so it's kind of hard to play in a team format game and still feel good about yourself, but we'll see if Cam can do it. He's up a lot of CS already and been playing the lane really well, so things are looking up so far.
I like this lane gank. I like the idea.
Yeah, they're going to get a decent trade to Arnie, but just Flash immediately forces Blake's out, and I think he's just going to get away. Flash for Flash is definitely worth it for Vi, though. Should help Volibear have a huge play at 6.
I feel like that. I feel like that flash, like the Q flash from Vi, looked kind of weird. I feel like it would have hit without the flash. Maybe I'm just.
That might just be a replay bug.
Yeah, maybe. I think he was scared of hitting a minion, which is fair. Just like get the consistent, like it's gonna hit.
Yeah, Cam's dropping down super low, and he's just gonna get solo.
Oh my god,
killed.
that guy just got popped.
And that's why he had the item earlier.
Yo, look at the item in the Swain's inventory.
Dude, so
I wonder if this could.
Wow.
I wonder if this could have been prevented.
Okay, so now Rallies.
Yeah, now Rallies.
It's okay. And Cam has 2 items that don't even do anything. And boots that do the same thing.
He has four items that don't do anything. Especially since like it's just trying to put his Q on cooldown, but he's not gonna be healing because like it's like permanent 40% heal cut. Like, ay caramba.
It should help him farm though. It's like buying attack speed on seeds,
Yeah, it is.
An early boots on Vlad is good. He needs movement speed so badly, which is
He does.
all the slows coming from the other team.
Especially since he opted for TP instead of Ghost. Might hurt him in some team fights later.
Yeah, this is not going to be a Rylai's first. Unless Sarv does the banger Lost Chapter into Rylai's tech. Real Swain players know. Sarv may not. We'll have to see. But first Dragon going over. Grubs were traded over to BB, so same thing that we saw last game. Seems to fit their playstyle, and they are actually just up gold this game, despite the solo kill going over. I think the value gain from committing towards the Cho'Gath is helpful, but I think Cam might just die here again.
Nah, it's like hard to die.
He popped the phase rush, and I think
Flash.
if he hadn't, he would have had to burn the flash.
I wonder what can you check the gold difference? Because he is down CS, but yeah, they're pretty close. It's like
Yeah,
a
Cam's down like
sizable.
150. Jungle and top are
He'll
the
be down a
gold
little bit
B4.
more if he gets solo killed here, though.
Yeah, or Pike can show up and get the stun off, and they need to burst him quick. They're extending this ult for so long. Cam going to heal up a little bit off his ult, has to flash the W, but Cam is going to pick up the kill there.
Very respectable. I like the proactive plays from Mike. He's making stuff happen around the map. You wanna see that when you're playing Viego.
Yeah, BB's looked great this series.
Yeah, no, they actually look so good. Blake's having a good game in top, out farming like he did last game.
Yeah, we got like the
Partially his help
Zoomer
with
Scrim Zone
the
top
help.
laner versus the ancient Scrim Zone top laner. Even though I think Blake's younger, but whatever.
Pretty historic
So,
gamer.
Zoomer.
I mean, you do count as Unk if you've been in the server since like season 1 or 2.
Blake might have been in here from like the origins.
Like season 0.
Yeah.
That's probably true, actually. Zarnia is what, he's like a season 6 or 7 new head.
Yeah, I think he joined season 6,
I guess
didn't start playing a lot until season 7.
it's like low-key, like, that's like not even a new head anymore. Like,
No,
that was
don't
like
say
3
that. Don't
seasons
say
ago.
that. That's new. That's new.
Season 6 was like 3 seasons ago.
Uh,
That's like a year ago or more.
Year and a half, I guess.
Yeah, it's like a year and a half.
I lived in a different house when he joined. Oh no.
That's crazy, actually.
Yeah, Blake just trading so well onto Arnie. And
That guy's
just
dead.
kills him?
Yeah.
Gets the feat of warfare. Wasn't able to stack the ultimate, needed one more auto, but I don't think you care that much. Alex is just going to get stunned there, but is able to buffer everything through the stun, so he doesn't actually lose anything off of it. And that's ult straight in the mid lane. Goes in Sarvis's advantage again. And now Beans here has the ultimate, but is going to choose to hold it.
I think that's correct. Your Swain is not in a position to fight. He just burned ult. It's pretty low.
And you're absolutely
probably
not
wants to base.
solo killing full health Viego.
Yeah, no way.
Flashes were born from both Viego and Swain there, which I think is pretty important.
Oh, that's sad.
Nice attempt to cancel the recall, not gonna work. But next objective
Wow,
to
look
come
at-
up is Grubs, like right now, and luckily for Andromeda, they're right on top of it, which is gonna put Big Bananas behind a little bit. In terms of turret damage, though, I think basically every tower is untouched except for top lane red side tower. Blake's in the area, but there's 4 people on the other team, and he's just going to get collapsed on. Cam is here, but doesn't have ultimate, but so much damage coming out
reset,
from the Viego and the Cho'Gath. They're able to find 1 kill, resetting forward, and I think Blake is going to go down. 1 kill is going over to Bean, but I think they're going to get 2 in return for it, and they're actually winning on the bot side of the map too, since they did commit Sam up there. And Barrier is forced out of coffee, still has the flash available, but that's so many summoner spells burned from the side of Andromeda. Now they're going to give up the remaining 2 grubs. They were able to secure 1, but that's a very minor victory.
Yeah, just winning all across the map for the side of Big Bananas.
Yeah, Jinx ult is available. Couple autos in the rocket are going to get the kill, but they're just focusing on these blades for now.
Yeah, hit a stray W into the slow, so Soraka could line up the Q, auto him like once with rocket form, and then ult. Like, yeah, it's probably a frag.
I definitely respect
it's a
not
force
reading
flash.
for it though, because then you get, you know, tower shots start turning on you, and maybe you throw something. Playing it safe is definitely respectable.
Yeah.
Especially when you're up 3,000 gold at 11 minutes.
Yeah, just getting the waves, getting the tower plates. It's just nice. Nom 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 nom. That did no damage. Oh, it's
Power
like
shot
full
did
tank volley bear, but like but he feels so squishy.
Right, because Blake just does a crap ton of damage because he has AP built.
Yeah, and dude, his items are so cheap.
This is going to be the Hextech Drake taken for Andromeda, so once again, they're getting 2 Drakes. Mountain is going to be the soul this game. I think still very beneficial to stack for the side of BB, especially on the Cho'Gath. I'm going to get a lot of value out of it. Again, not too much damage taken on towers, except for that bot tower that Alex was able to whittle away on, and that's just ult out from Arnie. Just did not want to risk it.
Yeah, he's just scared of the ult, but he didn't know it's still on cooldown.
Yeah, it was barely off, like 9 seconds.
But really, that just preps him for a kill. But he does have his jungler here to hover. They could maybe go for an
there
anti-dive.
is dropping his ult for the healing, and not going to get much out of it. Probably just going to have to base, but he actually stays in lane. If he gets caught by an E, he just dies.
You go Blackfire Torch first item on Swain, I feel like. Maybe.
I guess.
That's what he's going. So.
But Mike's here is channeling the stun, is going to miss it, but gets a lot of damage on. I think the ult should just pick it up. Another kill going down onto the Swain.
Yeah, Mike just does so much damage. Like, this game is hard for Viego to play, but if he's this fed, then it's not hard at all, actually.
I don't think it's going to matter at all. BB's in such a good position.
You can just one-shot everybody. But there was... Andromeda did lose what kind of looked like a very hard-to-lose game from a pretty similar spot last game. About the same amount of gold when they lost, but...
Oh my god, Sam's here. Is he just going to be able to pick up the kill? At least stops the base, but... Yeah, I mean, I think BB looks a bit more in control of this game than Andromeda did last game, but the objectives are kind of flip-flopped, so maybe it's a more easily losable lead. And Alex is going to get the root trap down, not really going to look to follow up. Vayne and Brahmin in an extended fight is going to have a lot of value because of the stuns stacking up. But now Mike's here, onto Arnie. This tower is so low, they could look for a dive if they're able to just get the tower down. No Cho'Gath ult still, so they're just going to get the flash out of the Volibear and just leave it at that. But they should be able to get the tower here.
Mike is actually just a collector. He's just roaming top and mid on repeat, just like back and forth between them, and he's just collecting either a kill or a flash every time he goes.
And he's going to collect Collector in his inventory pretty soon.
Yeah, and then he's going to start doing so much damage.
Yeah, that's just feats taken. They were able to get that top tower. Very, very strong early game from BB, and I feel like this comp isn't even that much of an early game comp. Like,
no,
you'd expect the Vi and Volibear to be running the game right now, trying to bridge the early game into when the Swain and Vayne really get online, but the Vlad's kind of already fed, and the Jinx is more online than your Vayne is. But I don't know. They're going for a dive onto Sarvers. It's a little risky. Cho'Gath gonna get pulled into tower, forced to flash out. Cam actually did hold his ult there, I think. I'm surprised that neither mid laner went for Ghost.
Maybe it's just like it's like a game of chicken. It's like they think the other guy is gonna take TP, and like laning is too annoying without TP.
Yeah.
If the other guy takes TP, so like if they take TP, I have to take TP.
Just be
so they
greedy.
both just end up going. So they both just end up
Maybe
going
their team they weren't
TP.
allowed to. We need 2 TPs. And now Cam is going for the dive, is able to get the ult off, did not realize Vi would be here, and Sarvers lives on barely any HP, and he's actually able to get the kill, and it's just going to get traded over. Cho'Gath was able to claim the Rift Herald, and that shutdown going on to Vi is a little good for her to try and assassinate people, but definitely would have been nice for the Swain to kind of catch up. Still
For
no
sure.
Rally's itemization coming down. Looks like he's going to go for Leandri second. I just hope he doesn't finish Morello before buying the Crystal Scepter.
That would be very odd, I think. Yeah, this bot lane is kind of the battle of who can do more nothing. Lots of staring contests being held, but Big Bananas are winning the staring contest.
Right, and for BB, what happened last time in a similar matchup was that they got down with the Vayne getting kills. The fact that that's not happening, I think, is just nice for them. They don't have to worry about the potential of Vayne getting online and stuff.
True. I'm really just not super big into this Vayne pick with the into the Jinx. It was so awkward, but
Yep, and huge
Oh,
flash
wow,
coming out
he's
from
just
Mike,
going
looking
for
to
it.
have this. He does have the ultimate available, and they're just going to pick it up. They're getting TP'd on, and support and jungle are there to follow up, so Mike's just going to have to run out as fast as possible. Arnie's here, is able to get a stun down, but with pool available, Mike did already flash, so he's a little catchable, but did just ult out, so they have nothing there. That is a TP expend for basically nothing.
Yeah, Big Banana's just running the game so far.
They should pick
I've
up a
seen
dragon and a tower here, and Blake's just harassing them in their own jungle.
I have seen more disgusting throws in Scrim Zone in my time though, so I'm never gonna count them out until it's over. But
Yeah,
it is quite commanding so far. Once this Vlad gets his death cap, it's like actually kind of hard to kill him.
yeah. I mean, this is where the draft is really going to have to come into factor, because we did feel like it was a very Andromeda-sided draft. So maybe just once it gets late enough, that might be a factor, but that's kind of what Andromeda just has to hope for. Try and stem the bleeding as much as possible, just get some items on your carries, then try and get something done. And BB just needs to keep the tempo up and make sure that can happen, but at the same time, not
I mean,
overforce.
BB outscale like so hard though. BB outscale way too hard. Like, because I thought BB had a better draft until they picked Vlad, because it just makes them so like one, it makes them like susceptible to anti-heal, and two, it makes their like early game so bad that it's just like I didn't think they could get to the point of like feeling strong, and that's like why the Vlad just felt so awkward and bad. But like that's not how the early game went. So I so heavily favor BB like drafts going into the late game.
And Blake just able to get out there, use the blast cone. I think Otacon is going to spawn topside in 30, and BB might just be able to do it. I forgot about Otacon. That's the other way to throw a game.
Huh?
Uh-oh.
You can't do throwing at Otacon, classic. It's like throwing at Baron, but it's like new.
It's even worse.
Like it's
even
new and
easier to
improved.
do.
It is way easier to do. And for like nothing, like you get Baron to end a game, you get Otacon because it makes you feel good. Like
Is it going to be Ruinous? No, it's Voracious again, so 5 Otacon.
yeah, these are very low kill games, so
They should be able to get some tower damage here. Cam not autoing, actually, which delays the tower kill long enough for Mike to just die. And now I think Cam's caught out here too. They're going to hope that Blake can peel him off. Cam goes in and gets a couple with the ult, but gets double flashed on. It's just going to get picked off here. Don't think Blake can do anything to save him. And now Cho'Gath just pinned to the wall, and he's going to be taken down. Vayne value, actually pretty good when it's a 5-on-1. And that's an Otacon for free.
yeah. I was gonna say right before that happened that like I think Big Banana's way back into the game is getting some of these shutdowns. I mean, Andromeda's way back into the game is getting some of these shutdowns, and that was pretty disgusting.
Yeah, and Sarvish trying to get value here. A lot of just autoing the wave, so he's gonna be forced to flash to get out of the Swain ultimate. But yeah, I mean, they walked up to try and just walk up, take tower, maybe look for a dive, but Cam didn't auto, and he with Death Cap Cosmic Drive, his autos are going to do so much, so you just gotta. And then I think that made him take the tower slower than they thought, and then they ended up just losing that play.
And just a little miscommunication, and stuff like that can really add up really fast, because like now they've got this that they can leverage into nothing really.
Right.
I mean, they can try and take towers, I guess.
They could hold off until Mountain Drag. I think it'll still be up then, but the big thing is the gold lead's now down to 3k instead of 5k, which I feel like that's one of those breakpoints where it kind of stops letting you get away with stupid shit. So
I agree.
Makes it a bit harder for BB to force plays, and when you do have Viego, I think you have to do that to an extent. And now Cam just caught out way too far ahead. Is just going to throw a pool, but he's going to get ulted with the pool down, and he's forced to flash also. Sarvis's pull would have gotten him in big trouble there.
Yeah, I mean, Vladimir no flash before this Drake, like that's a target to dive on. Okay, this is
Dean just goes
not
behind
a dive, though.
and is autoing tower, except now it's taking autos from tower, and they're just going to have to disengage. Cam's ult is going to be down for whatever fight does come through, but I think you're kind of fine with that because you don't really want to fight him with Voracious anyway.
They're posturing like they kind of want to, though.
Yeah, with no Vlad, I think it's really difficult. But Blake is actually behind them. They're able to get a silence down, but Blake taking so much damage from the Vayne. Once again, just completely unable to defend himself. 5v1 situation on him. They're able to force one withdraw to counter it, but Volibear and Vi just running in with that aggressive presence that we were talking about earlier, and they're going to be able to pick up Vlad too. So that's 2 kills and a dragon, and that is going to be the end of the value from Voracious, I believe.
Dude, every time I open my mouth about like good plays being made, like somebody gotta like they gotta prove me wrong. Like the moment I say it, like.
I mean, this feels like the Andromeda that we've been seeing throughout the season. Very proactive plays, able to pick people out, able to punish mistakes. Still playing a little loose, but you know, that's comes with the territory.
I feel like I've seen so many games with Viego in it that go like this. Like, Viego gets so monster-fed, then he feeds a shutdown, and the game just feels unplayable. Like, I hope that doesn't happen. Viego might just suck. Like, I don't know. I think I'm anti-Viego pilled. I think this champ is terrible. Like, he's so good until he dies once, and then, like, he feels like Draven, but, like, he keeps his stacks forever, and then when he dies, instead of losing like however many, he loses all of them instantly. Like, he's like a Medjai's character that perma has Medjai's, and it goes down to 0 when you die once. Like,
interesting. Yeah, I mean, I think the effective like stat value on the 2 teams is dead even. With the dragons, I don't think the grub stat value is really there. It just makes it so that your fights are more impactful if you win them. And once again, Cam just forced to pull the Q, and then he gets ulted, and Viego's gonna do nothing there, but is clipped by the Braum ultimate, so I think that means he's just dead. He's gonna ult out. Really good buffer, actually. He should be fine, but now he doesn't have it if they're trying to fight. Coffee's a little low here, but he should just be able to heal up with the Borg. Blake trying to cut off their escape route. I don't think there's any Baron angle here for Andromeda, but they're in a very solid position right now. Game is going to slow down a little bit. We're kind of at the point where Baron's up, and we're just going to dance around it for a couple minutes until someone can find a pick or 2.
yeah, this is about to be staring contest central.
Yeah, I feel like whichever ADC can hit that 3rd item power spike and the same thing in the mid lane, I think those 2 spikes are going to be what you really need to watch for. If Jinx is able to get a Runaan's, I think she's going to be really scary. But if Vayne starts being able to just chunk the hell out of Cho'Gath before fights, then it kind of doesn't matter anymore.
Yeah, the Runaan's value will go pretty enormous here with all their low range, though. Like, they actually have 5 low range champions.
Yeah, I'm wondering
so
if maybe building it first wouldn't have been a better idea, but I think the fact that Alex has been choosing to ban the Jinx instead of play it earlier, maybe he's just not as comfortable on the champion and wants to stick with what he knows, which is this first 2 items. And he's not going for Runaan's, which that's gonna hurt.
Oh yeah, that is kind of awkward. Honestly, Andromeda might just opt into having a staring contest for the next 2 minutes for Drake to spawn and then just go for Soul. I think that's very viable. Like, there's no point in flipping a Baron when you can just wait for them to have to start it, and then, like, once they start it, you can fight it.
Yeah, they do have vision control. BB is trying to fight back, but I think that does put him at a pretty big advantage in terms of forcing it. And Cam trying to 1v1 Arnie, I don't think this is going to go his way. This tank Volibear build just doesn't die. And Cam's already used his ultimate.
I respect it from Arnie. I don't know if it was like the actual idea of what he was going for, but if he could have made him burn Seeker's arm guard while he doesn't have the Zanyas, that would have been pretty
Yeah, I
huge.
mean, I
Like,
honestly just think the ult for ult trade is good if you're able to force a team fight afterwards. Vladimir in team fights sucks donkey balls without his ult. And I think
yeah, I mean,
Volibear is
they're
at
not
least
gonna
playable
fight.
with this build.
They're just not gonna fight until Drake, right?
Yeah,
Like, both ults will be up by then.
I just want an excuse to say donkey balls, let's be honest.
That's fair. It's a good phrase.
I think
I wonder
actually
if this
both
Volibear
games...
has his item.
No, okay, just a
No,
spectrum scale.
okay.
I think both these games have been 9-9 at 30 minutes, which is kind of interesting.
Yeah, they both were, yeah.
So very similar paced games. Double scaling comps, kind of both games too, so it kind of makes sense.
Team that was ahead of at the beginning ends up
throwing
kind
a
of
little
making
bit,
the game
makes it
awkward for
interesting.
themselves. Yeah. Like I'm watching the same thing in reverse. Like
We're not seeing a 4-Dragon Soul this game.
that is true. Unless
Cam
Big
so
Bananas
far
gets
up
all
here.
four.
If he gets caught by anything, I think he could be in big trouble. They're gonna spot out Bean, but this control ward placed here is gonna deny vision of basically the entire river of BB.
It actually feels so hard for BB to play like this situation.
Yeah, honestly,
Oh, unless they all
if this
just
tower,
run it. Wait,
if that tower was
Andromeda all
up,
just
then it could have been
random.
big for BB to try and proc the Jinx passive, but they really do need to look for a pick, and it's gonna be so hard to kill anyone except for maybe Vayne. Now they're just walking at him. Sarver's popping the ult, and he's just gonna walk forward. They're able to stop the soul, but two of them get pulled in by Swain, and now the Vi combo and the Volibear all running down. 3 members dropping super low. One of them is taken down. Sam is gonna drop to Cam, but he should just be run down by Vayne here. Gets condemned to the wall in the most fucked up way I've ever seen, and he's gonna fall. What the hell was that actually?
Yeah, no, that was actually disgusting. That angle, like, dude, that's like
That's rage quit material.
riot. Like, you can tell you're playing against a rioter right there. Like,
And then you lose Baron.
yeah,
Yeah, that's just so tough. Both carries, the only people to fall down. Diego has a chance to seal, but I think if you do, you're flipping the game a little bit. Blade just gonna walk up. Does actually have his ultimate in a couple seconds, so if he's able to get to the pit, he can easily steal it. Mike here, if he's able to get the ult onto Vayne, but as soon as he sees Vayne, he gets stunned. He's not going to be able to pick it up. And now the Cho'Gath ult is going down to Vayne, but now Bean committing to Flash is going to find the kill onto Mike. And Alana falling down as well. And this is looking so good for the side of Andromeda. They're able to find 2 kills here. BB was looking to stop the Baron. Now Blake gonna get slowed by Swain W, but has the TP from Vladimir to help him out, but I think he's gonna die first. So now Cam just has to 1v3 with no ultimate, which is gonna be hard, but they're able to find 1 kill.
Oh, that's a Jinx reset.
Rocket hitting in. Now she's resetting, but Arnie's gonna be such a tanky target. We saw how long it took Cam to deal damage, but he has to walk down through tower. He's gonna disable it, and now I think these 2,000 health are gonna be a bit trickier to take out, but I think he is gonna die here. Sam is here to dissuade it, but ultimately that's gonna be another kill. Going down to Jinx, and no Baron taken. And actually, BB has gotten their gold lead back up to 2K.
yeah. I question the idea to chase the Cho'Gath instead of just turning back around on the Nash. I guess like the thought is that you can't since your Vayne died.
You forgot that he runs at 300 miles an hour. That's the...
Yeah, that is the
thing.
and he's accelerated enough to where he has his tank items. Like this is like the strongest this Cho'Gath build gets is like the 2 movement speed tank items plus Shurelya's.
I mean,
Now
Vayne
he's
could
got
just
his,
solo shred
Riftmaker.
Baron so fast. They just didn't commit to it. I do think that was the right call, though, because if Blake's able to walk up, he's just going to eat it. But if you time a condemn right, it's actually really tough for him.
Yeah, I don't dislike the turn. I just dislike the chase. I think they got a little overzealous with the chase, but because yeah, this Cho'Gath is fast, and at this point in the game, he is tanky. So he has not fallen off. This is like the peak power of this Cho'Gath build.
Quick stack check. He did just complete Riftmaker. He's at 10. So definitely could be at more, but has a lot.
Like, I wonder if it's just going to be another staring contest for 2 more minutes so that Andromeda can try and set up for the soul again.
I mean,
Or if
maybe
somebody's going
it's
to try and start a
impossible.
Baron.
It's impossible for BB to start the Baron. If you have a Vayne and you can try and sneak it, I think it's doable. and they will have to run into Swain. But I think BB's like engage on a team that can't really run away is super strong. Like they can steal super easily, so I think you either have to try and sneak it with Vayne and make sure there's no vision, or just as you said, just stall out and try to play the 2 objective game and see which one you can get. I think you're happy with either Soul or Baron, and if you're in BB's shoes, you need to contest the Dragon.
Yeah, they could just try starting, they being Andromeda, just starting Nash about when Dragon spawns and just making it really awkward for BB to choose.
Yeah, you'd almost be fine giving over Nash for a mountain for yourself and then just trying to fight on Soul, but Andromeda's done a really good job of making sure these objectives are spawning at the same time, which puts BB in a really tough position. Any like single objective where there's no consequences, like no epic objective consequences if you fail, makes it really easy for BB to just sit back, let Andromeda start it, and then use Cho'Gath Viego to just threaten the steal. But looks
What
like
is Jinx building? That's not Runon's, is it? Runon's is something else?
yeah, it's definitely
Does it
not
build out of
Runon's.
pickaxe? I don't know
mean,
what pickaxe
those
would
build
be.
into Collector, but please don't.
Oh
do
yeah,
that.
but no, it's
can't
not
be
collector.
that.
He's not building collector. Alex isn't that inept. He'll build not collector 4th item on Jinx. Like
Yeah,
sure.
there's a mortal
in the-
reminder on both Viego and Jinx, by the way. I don't. That's okay.
I don't know. The Swain is giving them PTSD. I don't know.
Yeah. I mean, and Arnie has some too. I kind of get it. TP
get
coming
it,
down
it's
from Swain,
fine.
but they get to see it because of the change. I think they're just going to posture so that they have to walk in. Swain was actually able to push top lane and get that turret. Blake going to get hooked, taking some burn damage, but they should just be able to steal this dragon. But now they're autoing a ward, and the engage is coming out. Beam's just going to stick on dragon and finish it, probably.
I feel like they should finish
Yeah.
Dragon.
So now they're going to get Soul mid-fight, which is so powerful. They're ulting down onto the backline, and they're going to find, I believe, Soraka with the Vi ultimate, but actually living for so long, and
Jinx
now
could
reset
reset.
City from Mike. Vi going in, Sarvis dropping down low, able to find a stun and pick off the Swain, but it's still a 3-for-2 advantage over to Andromeda, and Vayne is here, but Rom not able to find a slow. The root coming out, and Alex is able to get out. Really good footwork.
Dude, if this Jinx had Renons, I actually think they win the game there. Like, dude, they were so clumped. Oh, it's so sad, actually. Like, I thought it was so good. Like, the resets coming through for Jinx and Viego at the same time. It's like, you can see how their comp wants to play, and it's just they didn't have...
I mean, it's tough because now Swain's just building resistances. He doesn't need any
Is this
items
shield
now that he
builder?
has
Wait, I have to
Rylai's.
wiki this. What is he building? Is a shield bow?
Oh, yeah. That... It's interesting. Maybe it's into the Vi? I feel like you just
It
need
is shield
Runehands
bow.
here.
It has to be Runehands, right?
It's so
Like,
tough, yeah.
it's like watching a car crash in slow motion. It's like it's so sad. Like,
Yeah, I mean, I still think it's playable. It just, you make
It
your
is
life
playable,
so much
it just-
easier by buying that item. But it's
Yeah.
just so tough for BB to not be able to walk down into the pit, because I still think you could have, but walking through the Swain ult with Rylai's up is just a little difficult, and a single Vayne Condemn probably just dooms Cho'Gath to die. It makes it tough for him to steal, and Viego with his crit build is definitely too squishy to just walk up and try and steal it, so you're just kind of forced to sit back and watch as the other team gets a Mountain Soul. Which, again, is a huge reason why they weren't able to turn that fight. Like, everyone's just living just a little bit extra.
man, it's actually like such a big what if like this Jinx had Runons.
I don't want to focus in on it too much, because even if that is what he was building, 4th item, he still wouldn't have had it, so... And I do see the value of Immortal.
It's cheaper, right? If they're on you, you're
Not
dead,
that
right?
cheaper. He still only had the
Okay.
pickaxe and crit load.
Okay.
Blake is no longer really doing that much damage. Does have 2 damage items, but the other members are getting a little tanky. There's 2 Spirit Visages.
I
Um,
wouldn't call Shirelia's like a damage item. Like, come on.
it has AP on it. He was dealing a lot of
It
damage in the early game with only Shirelias. At
well,
50
that's
AP.
because well, that's just because the Shogoth Q maxing at first.
Yeah.
Like, come on, that makes sense. But yeah, that was what I was talking about. How this Cho'Gath build does fall off a little bit. He does stop doing damage, and he does also at the same time
Yeah,
stop
he
being as
might be
tanky as you would be.
caught
So
here. No, he's
like
actually
that's
able to
like
walk out of the W, but
that's pretty respectable damage for him getting hit by like nothing. So
Vladimir gonna try and contest the Volibear again, but I think we kind of already know that this isn't going to be able to do much. He's able to stop and push, but has no kill threat on the Volibear, unless he's able to free hit him for like 30 seconds. Blake actually
yeah,
dodging these abilities pretty well, but you're not going to be able to dodge the Q, and you can only take so many before it becomes a problem. Cam has teleport, so he should be able to be here for the turn, but they're just starting it up. So BB needs to figure that out ASAP and get Cam here. And watch the TP. No, he's actually basing first. Might have just farmed up the Void, but I don't think you have time to do this. And now they're just chunking down the 4 members of BB who are waiting until Cam gets here. And the Nash is going down to
he's coming
5,000. Now
in.
Cam's here. They're going to try and take a fight after the Nash goes down. But Blake's already chunked down to half. And oh my god, Mike
Super
just gets
awkward.
caught there. And Volibear ulting in. And the Vi ult is going to be able to knock him into the rest of the team. And Alex is taken down. Alana taken down. Cam's on the backside. Is not even able to get a kill onto Coffee. Was able to complete the Void Staff, but wasn't able to do anything in the fight.
This is a Viego classic, bro. I've seen this game from Viego 500 times before. But yeah, no, just really well played by Andromeda. It's just so hard at this point. Now that since they had the Mountain Soul, they're just so tanky, and since they're this close range brawler team deathball anyways, like they want to get up in personal in the first place. So just having the tankiness, super hard to take a fight.
It looks like maybe the Rune Hands is going to get built last item, so if we can stall it until then, maybe there's a chance for BB, but this is a 2v5 and there's so much pressure here. Luckily for them, they have the 2 tankiest members available, so they should be able to withstand some siege, but Volibear just getting this outside turret, he's probably going to be able to complete the Hourglass once he hits back, but and now it's going to be an Elder in a minute, and luckily for BB, they haven't lost any inhibs, but losing this objective would almost definitely lose them the game. So they need to put everything on it. And they
For
are going to
sure.
be fighting against a Baron buffed Andromeda on all 5 members, which does give a decent amount of combat stats. It's like having a couple of extra Infernal Drakes.
And the awkward part is
Oh, and Alana's just
that
going to get caught here. Is going to get grabbed by Cerberus and just gets picked off immediately. And this spells disaster for BB. Dean actually just gets popped there, forces the GA out, but Cerberus and Sam able to find 2. Mike forced to flash out over the wall, saves his ult because he wants to find the reset angle, but Alex just getting run down mid here, and Cerberus not able to find the claw, but still walking down.
this death ball is actually gross.
And I think this is just it. They don't have the Vayne resets, and Cam has a really good flank here, but it's still just going to be a 3 versus 5, and not having the Soraka makes you lose so much value. They take these towers so fast, you need to pull the trigger now or you're just going to lose too much. And Cam's trying to clear the wave, but your Nexus is going to be gone by the time you can even kill a ranged minion. And yeah, that's just it.
They just were in there way too fast, and with the Baron and how powerful they were, like how strong they were, your towers are paper. Like they're just gonna rip through. You have to pull the trigger insta, but even if you do, like you're gonna lose that fight, right? Like it's so hard. But
My thought for MVP this game is I think Sam. He was able to catch like 2 or 3 members with ults in basically every fight and secure things for Cerberus to just get him. And then the zoning on the objectives was super solid too, but open to other suggestions. I think there's a couple of good answers here.
yeah, I was gonna also nominate Braum. I thought Braum played really well around the objectives. Either that or just the pick potential around the Vi was like I think what brought them back into the game. Like I think one of those two probably are the reasons.
All right, well, we'll stick with Braum since
I,
it's
I
what
like
it's-
the Braum.
yeah. If you were hard arguing Vi, I definitely would have relented a little bit. I think both are pretty good answers. Um, Going into the next game, I believe the only change that we're going to see in terms of rosters is I think Blake ended up swapping to mid and Cam went top. And I think they're swapping sides again. So Andromeda's going to be on blue side. So we might end up seeing another first pick Darius, or it might just kind of fall through again, which would be interesting. There's been a lot of prio on it historically, but maybe they just don't think it's the right move into Big Bananas.
I wonder if the Jinx is still just going to be the Alex Prio pick, or if he's like maybe going to look for something else. Like I know he enjoys the Varus right now. He thinks that's good, or maybe towards a more traditional Alex champ like Caitlyn or Aphelios.
Yeah,
I
I
think
feel like
Aphelios
once you hit game
sucks,
3,
but
you just gotta draft comfort. But I mean, if you're able to draft meta and be that confident on it, I think it's good. But proving that these two teams can go to a game 3 either means that there's a really OP pick that a team has gotten both times, which didn't happen, or it means that these teams are so evenly matched that you need to be at your most comfortable playing at your peak, which for me just says pick comfort. But we will have to see. And I should be getting us into draft now. Okay, that wasn't my DMs, that was Cam's DMs.
slow move off screen.
Yeah.
The draft that everyone is waiting for.
Oh, that's my file explorer.
Nice.
Fun interaction with a VLC and League, by the way, is when you open up a League game, VLC closes, and then when the League game ends, VLC continues playing the video that you were watching when you got into League. I don't know
That's
on
so
whose end
weird.
that is, but okay, draft hasn't even started yet. Let me skip ahead a little bit. Okay. Looks like we're probably just going to keep the same bans.
Understandable.
Yeah, I don't see any huge issues with them. Like, I don't think you're losing because of any picks that should be banned in the first 3 for either team.
Yeah, I don't necessarily think the bans need to be switched up. I don't
Such a
think either
cheat.
team lost because of
Rengar Syndra.
bans. Ringar wah.
Okay, so do we see first pick Jinx here? I don't think so. Not with how well the Vayne went for you last game.
Do we
So it
see
should
first
be
pick Darius
Darius.
like game 1?
But they lost game 1, so maybe they don't
That
want
is
to.
true.
Huh. Ambessa. Let's pick Ambessa, Bean. But actually, he picked Vi pretty early last game, so we might just see first pick Vi. It should be first pick Vayne.
Dude,
They're just that confident in the pick.
we're smoking this Vayne pack.
And clearly, BB doesn't feel like it's a counter, so they're just going to pick Jinx on the other end.
I
But,
mean,
like,
I think
it's
the
Alex.
Jinx
Like, we can
into
see
the Vayne is
Kaisa, we can see
fine.
Caitlyn, we can see other things, too, I feel like.
Yeah, I'm not sure. Jinx is like the safest in the meta out of all
Yeah,
those
I'm not
champs,
definitely
but
not
like
upset if they pick Jinx. I just feel like
I
Alex
think it's
feels better than a lot of other
fine.
ones, yeah. And we are just
I
going to
think
see
it's
it locked in.
fine. AD carries are battled and like interlocked in a battle of wits in this matchup.
If by wits you mean not interacting with each other in the slightest.
Yeah, dude. If I was like either of the AD carries in these games, I'd be like, dude, this rocks. Like
Falling
if I
asleep.
would if I was Alex, I'd be like, I hope he picks Jinx. And if I'm Captain Coffee, I'm like, I hope they pick Vayne.
Okay, and we're
like
picking Viego again. I think it helped their early game a lot, but I think the Braum completely shut it down, which they're just going to pick again and
Andromeda's gonna
buy. This
win.
is just the
Andromeda's gonna
same
win.
draft.
Andromeda's going to win. Andromeda's going to win. I hate Viego. I don't
Maybe
want
we
I
pick a
did this.
ranged mid this time?
The champion never wins. Vladimir is ranged.
Not ranged enough.
True. I don't know. I liked BB's draft until
Okay,
they
wait, they're
burnt
keeping the good
it.
parts of it. They're keeping the good
They
parts of it.
are keeping the good
So
parts.
Cho'Gath probably gets banned here, right?
Probably. I want to see.
That's fine too.
That's fine.
It's better comfort and the ult's really good.
Yeah,
Guaranteed
that's
impact even if
fine.
you're behind.
Yeah, that's fine. I'm fine with Seraphine.
Okay.
Cho
Cho'Gath
does get banned.
ban, Ornn ban, both goods. The Silas ban, when you have Seraphine locked in, we're learning. This is good. So I'm guessing this is what prompted Blake to swap to mid. Oh yeah, they banned both champions away from them. So I think it makes sense maybe lane swapping if your comfort's gone.
Okay, so I actually don't hate BB's draft anymore,
They're
but
stealing the Swain.
Swain and Swain is good into these champions.
Right, wait, this is good. They're cooking.
Yeah, no, I like it. I actually like it. I hate Viego, but
Okay, so
I like it.
what completes this? I think you need. Wait, what's wrong with Swain's face?
Does he not look like kind of crumple? He looks like
Yeah, I think I
depressed.
have two display captures on top of each other. Hold on. I'm gonna uncrumple Swain. Sorry, buddy. Jax is picked. This is okay. We got Artie's Jax through. So whoever's top lane is gonna need to have a counter for it. However, I was gonna say engage tank might be really good here with BB, and Malphite is wide open. I don't care, Cam. Drop the ego. You're picking Malphite and winning your team this game. Maybe.
Maybe. They do kind of
Hopefully.
want engage. You don't want Viego to be primary engage. I think that's the problem with Viego last game. He was primary engage. He had to be the person going in.
Oh, you mean like
'Cause, like,
Cho'Gath running around really fast and then pressing
that
Q
didn't do
wasn't?
anything.
Is
It
this
doesn't do
Kale
anything.
mid into
Huh?
Swain? Is this like a secret tech that he's found is really good into the Swain? Because he plays Swain, so he probably knows Swain counters.
Okay, if Andromeda is season
Gragas
Okay,
works. Yeah.
this is like a counter pick. If Andromeda is season 5 New York Nutbusters, that's a Vi mid Kale top Jack
Jack
Jungle, by the
Jungle.
way. But I don't think
Dude,
they're not him.
we're gonna have to see. The Gragas is locked in, and I just need to get this game as fast as possible because, oh my goodness, holy banger incoming.
No, this is holy banger incoming. I don't know whose draft I like more.
Yeah, it's
I
just
think
gonna be Kale mid.
Yeah. I think on paper, I don't know. I actually don't know which one I like more on paper.
I mean, they're gonna stack Braum passive so fast if they're able to apply
Yeah,
it.
no, they are. No,
'Cause
they
that's like
are.
4 auto reset champions.
Welcome to Summoner's Rift.
Oh, thanks, Outplayed. It
Yeah, I
only
love
shows up
Outplayed.
half the time.
Yeah, I'm not sure who I favor. I favor whoever plays better. I think whoever plays better will win.
Yeah, I think we've just gotten a skill matchup draft, finally. In a game 3, we've set ourselves up for a banger. Unless
I
this
feel like
is...
Swain gets so much. Okay. I don't want to harp on. I feel like, again, Big Banana's probably one draft. I just want to see an adaptation from Jinx itemization. And I think Swain is 5,000 times better than Vladimir. Because, like,
Yeah.
Andromeda is like a lot. It's a lot of the same, like Death Bally, you know, clumped together. But then now they have a Kale, which is probably that's like pretty good, honestly, for them. And like going into the late game, but like I feel like Runon's Jinx plus honestly Gragas plus dude the Seraphine ulti will probably get a lot of value. Like I think I favor Big Bananas actually.
You know,
I'm
this
gonna
is a
put my
high-pressure
prediction on
situation.
Big Bananas.
Yeah, I mean, I'm just gonna go in with an open mind, open heart. Anything can happen. I think it's really gonna come down to if this Kale mid counter pick does anything. Because if it just
That
sucks,
I think that matters a
then
lot. Yeah.
it's a stinker. But you can tell that they're dialed in. This is a high stress game 3 because no mid laner lost half their health at level 1.
That is true.
No one was willing to just walk up, be greedy. People are playing scared. They're playing safe, which I do think lends itself a little better to the Kale because you might be in for a longer game that way. But I mean, with
There is
how
also no
aggressive
like
Mike was
there's no
being-
like Silas, so
Yeah,
Silas makes it easy to, you know, play a little more aggressive. Levels
there is a Vi in
0.
Viego though, which I think helps a lot. And Swain does have that like long range W to kind of help start plays that he's not directly in, and he's gonna win the early levels very hard. I think up until 5, he definitely has the advantage. But
For sure.
I think to be picking Kale in a game 3, you need to be really confident on this pick. So I'm sure that this is a counter pick that Sarvers has played before. If I'm wrong and he's just like screwing with us, then please let me know because that's bad funny, but you know, unlikely.
And this is technically Andromeda. perfect record elimination series. So if they lose, they
Right.
are no longer perfect. So,
Yeah.
and it would be humongous for BB, like just in making sure that they can secure a spot in playoffs.
Yeah, they're definitely on the cusp right now. I think their only series so far has been versus AI, which is not in a bot game. Sorry, let me rephrase that. Versus Albert's Inferno, which is one of their closest competitors. So getting another win would put them in trouble. And Albert's, I think, has the same or similar record to them right now. I think Albert's is. Let me just not say anything because I might be factoring in the series that happened yesterday. Actually, I don't even remember who won that. So. Whatever. They have similar records, so winning this, if Albert's lost at the same time, would be huge for them.
No, it would. Also because like I don't know how we do game differential, but if like we do game differential in any like
Yeah, we do. So the fact that BB got a win here is actually really significant.
yeah, and it's like I feel like the team that they won against, it's like it's a winning team, so it usually accounts more for differential. I don't know if we're like if that takes like I'm used to my One Piece TCG, like that matters a lot, like but so yeah, I mean TLDR, it's like so important for both of these teams to win because Andromeda also want to stay undefeated so that they can try and have a first seed in playoffs. Like
yeah, also no team has ever run an undefeated regular season, I'm pretty sure. Unless Spectre said it in season 6 and I'm just like straight up lying out my ass. But I feel like
yeah,
I would have remembered.
they might have. I don't remember. I know the New York Nutbusters won their first 9 and then lost their last one.
Series. Yeah, every team.
They lost their very last series.
Yes, okay. Noam's correct, yes. Spectres lost to Metabusters, that's what I was going to say. Yeah, the other teams that have gone undefeated, I don't know if this is, or almost gone undefeated, I don't know if this is true for the Spectres roster as well, but KGS lost their first series, and New York Nutbusters lost their last series. And if we do get the Rift Sharks Andromeda 6-0, 6-0 final match of the season for both of them, one team will go undefeated and the other one will break their streak on one of the either tail or beginning end of the season, which I think
Did KGS win their season?
yeah. We fumbled winners finals and then came back from losers, so we were down a game and I think we did the fastest 3-game series in Scrims history.
That's funny. So New York Nutbusters is the only team that like was undefeated other than one, and there's like in the regular season that didn't actually win the season.
I think Bitly also was something in 1 and dropped.
Okay, and dropped grand finals. Okay.
Yeah.
I was like, good to know I'm on that part on the wrong side of history.
Okay. Me too. But you can say that Blake did it twice. So
True. Do we think that Kale is a hard champion? Serious question. I don't know. I think she's fake easy. Is that an answer? I think she's fake easy. I think she's like not that hard, but to like actually like edge it correctly.
I think she's mentally difficult. Like I think you have to have the right mindset to play her, but I don't think she's actually difficult to execute or difficult to understand how you need to play her.
Yeah, I don't think she's that hard, but I think she's like not the easiest character ever.
Dude, we gotta bring back Michael, bro. The Kale Goat. Outscaled.
Outscaled.
So he started touching grass and then he stopped touching grass and started playing Magic, and you know, we're never getting him back.
Dude, that's me, but like One Piece TCG. I have my I'm going to nationals this weekend.
Damn,
Wish me luck.
And that's why you can't play. You're complaining about being a starter and you're at nationals or something else. Your only flaw is being too good at a different game.
I haven't run it up in One Piece so far, like recently, but
Dude,
nationals got me hella nervous. Yeah.
So Cerberus actually got to 6, only down 10 CS. This is kind of what happened to Cam in the Talia Silas matchup. But once again, this Dragon for Grubs trade happens. They basically just handshook it every time. Andromeda always being the one to get the Dragon regardless of side. It's not going to be a Mountain Soul. It's not going to be an Infernal Soul. We could see Cloud come up again, but what's really sticking out to me is Hex Soul is still on the table, and that's probably the strongest in the game. If not, it's Cloud, which is also still up.
It's gonna end up being like Ocean Soul or something.
Right,
Kim's Hex Soul.
Yeah, the two weakest ones. You either have a really good soul or a really shit soul.
Yeah, there's the two best and the two worst. The two mediocre ones are out, so. Also, thank you, Nom. I appreciate it.
All the lanes are like within 10 CS, like all going pretty even. Coffee actually up CS. I feel like that's not been the usual here, but I think, I don't know. Could be for any number of reasons. I don't think the camera's panned bot like more than once or twice.
Yeah, through the entire 3-game series.
Hey,
There's nothing
the first
happening.
game it
It's
got a
just
bunch of
waiting.
It then lost, so I don't know.
I think the strat is to just feed the Vayne, actually. If I've learned anything.
Then she loses.
When she was behind, she carried, and when she was ahead, she was worthless. Surely these are the only two factors that were factoring into anything.
Yeah, I'm assuming this is probably the game where it was. Is this the record for slowest first blood? Because
Oh yeah,
this
dude,
is going
nothing's
for a
gonna
while.
happen, bro. Like, the thing is, none of these lanes can kill each other, like, other than
Yeah.
bot lane with jungle assistance.
The
or,
earliest
like,
game champion in the game is Vi, and she has no one
Yeah.
to help her.
Yeah, it's like the two junglers, and nobody else wants to do anything. Like, Gragas just wants to neutralize the Jax, Jax just wants to scale at the same time. Swain can never do anything to Kayle, and then Kayle is Kayle. So, like... And Seraphine is just there to neutralize the Braum, who is there to neutralize the Jinx. It's literally just nothing. It quite literally is just going to be who team fights better. With the items that they have on the timers that they decide to fight. Because, like... Yeah.
I
Banana's
gotta,
just getting
gotta
their free
predict
6
for the
scrubs,
people
though.
in chat. I think you'll enjoy it.
Oh, is it like over under 20 minutes or something? Or like
Oh, no.
19-minute first blood?
It's similar, but
Is it gonna be 9-9 at 30? It has been 9-9 at 30 both games.
yeah.
Okay, statistically it's improbable, right? Sure.
But hey, it's maybe like a bunch of people can put it on. You know, we can Vegas hides it. But you know, this is actually the first time that all 6 scrubs have gone over to VP though. And with Jinx, that's actually terrifying. If they get ahead in the late game, they can just end the game kind of no matter how many towers you still have up. So definitely something to watch out for in these fights. The next dragon could actually be contested though. Mike's pathing down. It looks like he's going to skip the Raptors to try and fight it.
It's a 1 to 2.2 thousand K return for the person that put it on yes. It is a 30 channel point to 66,000 channel point.
And Swain ult's forced out there, not going to get anything except for the Vi Flash, which long cooldown.
I have faith. Maybe it'll be a 30. Maybe it'll be a 30. A 39-9. Because, like, who cares how late first blood is? Like, once people start dying, you know? Like,
Right.
I wonder what the latest first blood in, like, a tier 1 region is.
Probably like Korea in like 2014 at like 40 minutes. They've had whole games that only had like 3 kills.
3 kills? Yeah, I know. Dude, back when they literally, like, didn't want to play the game, like, there's no way that was optimal. Like,
I mean,
maybe it was, though.
Yeah, I feel like the game was so different then. Now they have so much in the game.
Yeah,
Like,
it was. Like, incentives to
you to
kill
play,
people, yeah. Kill comp getting first 2 drags is super illegal. Yeah, I mean, this has just been I mean, Big Banana's just wants their 6 scrubs. Like, they've just been prioing it every game. Like, they've been trading the 2 for 2, like the 6 for the 2. So you could almost debate that Big Bananas is choosing to go for the grubs and they're getting what they want. So the Kale side is not getting what the other side wants, if you want to like look at it like that. So whether you think it's correct or not is like one thing, but
Yeah, it's a little rough. I think if maybe BB can force a Rift Herald, I think that gives them a slight advantage. I don't know which team's going to get first tower, but I guess the feat of warfare is going to be a long way off. So maybe one team will get 2 of the other ones and get feats pretty early. But if the game is going to go late, the feats actually do have a lot of value if you're able to get extra full build. But now they're going in, Vi should just be able to get out here. But I don't know, they get some like presence in the jungle.
I mean, we did see from game 1 when Big Bananas gave the first 2 Drakes and then got Soul with 4 Clouds, and now it's 4 potential Hextechs, so that's pretty good.
It being Hextech is so criminal. It really helps Andromeda here.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah.
Hey Mason, can
you
you,
were talking.
can you get this guy
You were
too?
talking about your 17-minute game without First Blood. Like I think we're getting up there.
I don't know. Someone will have to go back and script through all the VODs. You don't have to watch that much. You just have to watch until the first blood, which some of them is like only 40 seconds in. So
True.
I don't know. I feel like in playoffs there was probably one that was after 20, but I just don't remember when or anything else about it. So I don't know. Any research done will be appreciated. But I mean, Kale's now just level 11 and hasn't really been contested at all. Bought the call, completed the call in such a strong position here. It's going to be so hard to kill her. There's no guaranteed lockdown or at all. I think this Kale is just going to go crazy this game.
No, she's gonna go bananas. It's so hard for, because like Swain just can never punish it. I actually do like the counter pick, but I kind of expected
It's all
like
on
some
Camp
plays.
Task, I feel like.
Yeah, I expected some plays to be made around this Viego, kind of like last time, like last game with the flashes in the top lane. You know, like
Yeah, with how the
there
games are going,
could
you
be a
want
play right
Kindred,
here.
but they're just going to force the flash immediately. And Mike
Oh, that's really
missing it.
sad.
That's tragic. And I don't think they're going to be able to get the stun on him. He's dodging that, so just all of these key abilities are just being missed.
I think Mike should have just been satisfied with getting the flash and then went for like a regank or like a
Well,
just
how the
focus him
game's
in
been going,
team fight
he'll
or
probably
something.
have an ult up by the next time there's a gank this game. Teleport is being committed towards the Rift Herald, and no ult
Surely
from Mike
somebody
is going to be
dies.
huge.
Somebody has to die here.
Maybe. Blake's just going to pop ult and try and walk out. I don't think they're going to be able to snag him. Sam just warning the flash. And everyone's
Dude,
just
nobody's
flashing
gonna
to avoid
die.
dying.
Nobody's gonna die.
Oh my god. Dude, there's no
How
way.
did nobody die?
And that is 1 feat. No one's got 2 feet yet.
Okay, over under 22 minutes first blood. that should be like the poll.
We'll see. Then we'd have to cancel the other one.
Oh, true. That's
Whoever's
so
got
sad.
those 30 points down really needs to cash out.
This is true. This is true. Dude,
And the thing
will
is,
there even
I
be
bet the
first
people who
blood by
played
30
in the
minutes?
series,
Like,
the people who played in the series know when the first blood is. They probably don't know if it was 9-9 at 30.
yeah.
I mean, like, they
not.
probably do if it's a one-sided game, but I'm hoping it's not. So let's see an even one. Already going in, good trade. Oh, okay, there's fights everywhere. This
Okay,
might actually be
this-
something.
this-
Sam getting caught out here, but he's just gonna hop out and run away. Sarvis walking forward, and the Q from Brom's gonna miss, and
How
Top
does
just disengages, and the E
nobody
misses from Swain too. No,
How
it's
does
dead.
nobody
It's not
die?
17 minutes.
Nobody wants to commit onto a pick. They're scared. It's like, oh, Brom's unkillable. Just let him go. Like, somebody has to die over this dragon. We're not just gonna watch the dragon be given on like by
Okay,
whoever
if
takes
BB
it.
gives Dragon and doesn't get a kill or try to fight, they're trolling.
They're going to lose.
If
Yeah, they're gonna
Andromeda
lose.
gives Dragon without fighting, that's probably fine. They're going for mid now. TP is committed. Surely they're looking to fight.
Somebody's gonna die here. It's not. It's
Jinx
not.
is
20
isolated.
minutes.
Gragas is showing up. Alana DC'd, but not. Okay, there was a pause. Maybe the
bananas
pause
are not
made them
giving,
forget
right?
Dragon existed. Sam's so low. Surely Sam gets picked, right? Trap's coming down on Braum. He gets rooted. The cast
Okay,
actually
somebody's
knocks
gonna
Braum in.
die.
Someone's definitely dead, right? Sam's getting autoed. Jinx ultimate. No, it's a disengage.
Dude,
There's
no way,
kill.
no fucking way, no way.
Oh my god.
How does nobody die? What?
Okay. BB burned ults. They tried. I'm not. Wait, and they got Dragon.
Yeah, no, it's good for
Okay.
VV, but like, so like.
Wait,
it's
now they're looking to
fine.
fight. Cam goes in, he starts taking
Okay.
tower shots. He's actually taking a lot of damage from tower. Maybe tower picks up a kill? What if it was an execute? Charm coming down. And the Braum ult's gonna block Seraphine ult. And this is another
Dude.
nothing. Blake's so low, but no one's gonna be able to catch him. Vi's
Like
not
this
there.
Kale is like gonna 1v9, right? Like I feel, I don't know.
Most
I'm
farm in the
like,
game, level 12. I don't know. It's looking rough.
You know the old meme like Luigi wins by doing absolutely
Yeah.
nothing. Yeah, like I
Whichever
think
team
Luigi
wins.
is taking his W. Like
Luigi's either Kale or Luigi's like BB as a whole.
yeah.
I don't know. If first blood happens after 23 minutes, it's almost definitely a record. I think I would remember one after 23. I don't know why it's like a random
Surely-
break point.
Surely.
Wait, okay, they're looking to
by
collapse stop. They're
then.
looking to collapse stop. Stun coming down to Cam. They're going in. Vi ultimate is available, and they press it. Could
He's
this be a
dead,
kill?
he's dead.
Artie's gonna find it, and that's first blood at 1955. That's before 20.
I think if he actually buffered his ulti in like a way to where like as Vi like reached him with her ult that he knocked both back, I think he could have lived and nothing would have happened.
That is an unreasonable ask, I think. And now another criminal condemned, and they're not gonna find the stun.
Oh, but they got the reset.
Yeah, and that is actually another tower going down to BB, so feats are split. So this might be a really late feats, but I've seen some late feats before, and Arnie going in, they're gonna find the stun, and that's a second kill. And now Coffee running forward, does not have condemn up, I don't think, so no angle there, but the fact that Andromeda have started getting kills, I think this game is gonna be so easy for them to win.
Yeah, like this
Especially
KO just in the
Starburst
back
just-
completely
Yeah,
untouched.
solo XP on the side lanes, it's gonna get so much value. Do you still get reduced XP in mid lane?
You get reduced XP in mid lane?
You
That
did
was a
for
thing?
like you did for like a couple patches at least. That was one of the preseason changes one year. So I wonder if getting her in the side lane is helping her get additional XP. It
It was like the one less gold. I thought you got like one less gold from all the minions. I didn't know you got less XP.
I think it was like just from cannons. I don't know. Someone fact check.
I don't know. I don't know.
The chat, but be sure just gold.
It's just gold. Okay.
Yeah, I'm just Mandela affecting myself. I don't know. I've started just imagining patch notes recently. I think there's just like a limit to how many patches I can play the game for, and I think I crossed it. So I'm just like making
Yeah,
things
you
up.
just like you just don't remember anything anymore.
Yeah,
Like
just
it's like
overflow.
Schrodinger's patch. It's like if it's a
No,
thing that they could
actually,
have done, it's like a
Riot
thing if
just-
they could have done, then
Yeah.
like you don't know if they've actually
Right,
done
I
it or
saw it
not
on
until
Twitter.
you've like
and
verified.
then
Yeah.
Just assumed it happened. No, I
Yeah,
think,
like, you
I
can't
think
verify
Riot
that it
created
happened
that
or not.
file that was on my hard drive, like in my head. Like I'm just out of storage space because there's just a garbage file in there.
Yeah. Killed a Bubsy Arnold to gank her, but like it's so awkward to gank mid KO when you have Swain. Like, and she just movement speeds this thing. Like
Yeah.
you need like a flash play. Like
I'd say you had to do it pre-6, but Diego hit 6 after, so it's actually pretty hard. If you had the buy on your team, I think you're going for it, but
yeah.
you don't. But hey, maybe BB gets another Hex Tech Dragon here. If they get Hex Soul, that actually could matter on a Jinx who may or may not build Runehands.
I think Big Banana's biggest flaw was that they didn't match into the side that Andromeda wanted to fight on. So like they should have just contested them over like first Drake and stuff. Like
Yeah,
created
for sure.
resistance and then got like both. You know, like they could have got both. Is like the thing. Like they could
Yeah,
have
I
got
think
Grubs
this-
and the other one.
Yeah, so much value of Viego is that early pressure that he got last game, and you got none of it here. Sam is just going to drop these double wards down that he's been doing all game. It gives him so much value. Basically just completely zones him out of the river if there's no matching vision control. He's up for 20 vision score. It's kind of ridiculous. And yeah, this is an uncontestable dragon. Mike needs to just ult in and try and steal it. Good Gragas ult. Zarvis actually dropping down low, but still has the ult available. Cam in a rough spot here, but now Swain ult coming down. Arnie going in, is able to find a kill onto Alana. Maybe, actually is just going to get stalled down, and they're going to be able to find one. Shutdown going over to the Seraphine, and that's a couple flashes burned out over the wall. But if you're Andromeda, you're happy you get the dragon. You don't care that you're now 500 gold down because you have so many stats from the dragons you've been stacking. But Mike is chasing, is able to find a stun down onto Bean, and Blake's onto Sam. Should be able to find him over the wall, maybe? Yeah, okay. So they're able to go 2-2. Whoever gets the next kill this game, that is going to be Phoebes.
Hey, the 9-9 dream is still alive for the knower.
Yeah, that's true. I think it might be a couple people, because I'm assuming someone would put in 1 and then someone put in 30. Or maybe it's just the ratio. I don't know.
I think there was only 30 in the thing.
Okay. I brain rot then. Oh, this is just an uncontestable Otacon for BB. Good thing that objective is useless and doesn't do anything. It's definitely going to be voracious, but they could leverage it to get a Baron. But
no, this is like an actual
useful Cam? Yeah, he's just going to walk him down. Cask only moderately helps him, and he's not going to get the tower in time. Does have flash. He's going to get the slowdown. Oh, he could just withdraw.
Does manage to live.
That actually helps him save his flash. I think there's definitely an angle where burning is worth it if you don't have to withdraw, but now he's fine.
I mean, Big Bananas does have the gold lead.
Yeah.
Not sure. It just doesn't feel good with the K. Like, you press tab, this Kale's level 15. Like,
yeah, it's so bad.
Like, she's on 2 items, recalling to get something else. Like, she's probably close to. Like, she probably has, like, a needless. Maybe even 2. She hasn't based in a while. And the fact that. The big thing is, like, man, them having 3 dragons is so hard. Like.
She's sitting on 1 needless, which, you know, better than 2, but not good. Baron's up.
Yeah.
I think BB just needs to get there now and just do
They just
something.
need to start it. They just need to start
The longer
it.
they
Like,
wait, like, they need to do it before
it does not
Gale
get
hits
better.
6.
Yeah.
Or 16, sorry.
They need to start it, I think.
go.
But
Come on.
they're like scared, like they don't want to lose the game. Like, not starting it is like that. I don't want to lose the game play.
Right, but I think it is losing the game.
Yeah.
This doesn't feel like it. Okay,
It doesn't
they're
feel like
actually
it
able to
until
clear the
Kale is
vision out
punching
here.
you in the mouth.
So maybe just walk up now that vision's cleared out. Except they're just staying mid.
I mean, they should push out this last mid wave and then they should transition into this. But
Except
just
they're
the way
going
the
top.
Swain's walking, I don't know.
And the Gragas just getting off it. Mike's going there. There's no camp, so maybe they only have so much time left on their withdraws. Yeah, they're 3/4 of the way done. You just
They're on
gotta
a
do something.
timer.
Okay, maybe now. Ah, they it looked on the minimap like they were going for it.
Nothing ever happens.
Is it going to be 2-2 at 30 minutes? Surely not.
Somebody will die in the next 3 minutes. Dragon spawns in a
think
minute and a half.
This is for sure the latest feats we've had. I can say that. I don't think the first
yeah.
blood was the latest, but the feats are definitely the latest. Yeah, they've successfully done literally nothing with Otacon, by the way.
Yeah,
It maybe saved Cam's flash. Nothing else.
Yeah.
And Soul's up in a minute. They can just trade it. They can just walk up with 16 Kale, by the way. She just hit it.
And just
Take
fry
Baron
the Baron.
in 2 seconds, and then probably still contest the X-Tech Dragon. I don't know. I feel like BB's just excited that they hit this point in the game, but then they're like too nervous to execute. Oh, it's tough because you can tell from the other games that they're good enough to have won this game. I think they're just playing a little too tame.
They don't got their dog in them for this game. Like, they just look so scared.
Yeah, well, and now they should be scared because there's a double
Well,
needlessly
yeah.
large rod level 16 Gale on the other team. And Jax
Well,
is
like, they
scaled
had-
so hard, but now they're going for a fight bot. Mike taking some damage. He is going for a tankier build this game, which I think is good. But Arnie just running down Cam is just going to get ulted away. Ult for ult traded. Nothing happens. And they do have Seraphine heal to kind of sustain some of the damage that they took. But Sarvis is so strong here. Jax is looking to back and teleport back in. Cam doing the same. He should actually have his ult up a little bit sooner. But now they're playing the Kale in and she gets so much damage. Really good lineup, except it's just blocked by Braum. Blake healing a little bit, but his ult's going to be down for this fight. You kind of just need to give this dragon. Maybe just throw in Viego, try and steal it, but you can't win without Swain ult, and they're just going to take it. It's so fast. They're walking in, maybe trying to kill him afterwards, but that's the wrong play to do because now you've lost everything. Mike falling down, Blake's just going to get picked off immediately, and I think Mike's going to die too. Braum passive doing so much, and yeah, they just run down everyone. Bean flashing in, try to get the auto to secure it, but Sarv just flashing in is going to pick it up. Yeah,
And
there
they
you
can
go.
just transition
gonna
into Nash. Like, they can do whatever they want now. Like, this game is
take mid
pretty
turret,
doomed.
free Nash, and yeah. Maybe just loses everything, being way too passive. Have to use the Swain ult defensively. It just gets timed out because of the Zonias. And then they just
So what? That was like a 2904 or 2905 feats. Like, somebody write that down. That goes on some kind of like record doc.
Yeah.
We need like a doc of like records. At the exact time, it was like 29 something. It's crazy.
This is rough. And then at 30 minutes, it's actually going to be 6-2. So no 9-9 this time around.
Unfortunate. I was a believer. I put the 30 on it. I was not aware that this was the do-nothing game.
This is an Oblivion Orb purchase on Bean.
I respect it.
Except none of it actually deals magic damage. So that does nothing.
Wait, true. Wait, that's so
That's
true, actually.
a
Why did he
useless
buy
item.
that?
Flame purified.
That's awesome.
Your Honor, my defense is
And
that
they're
I'm
still
an
gonna
idiot.
win. And they're still gonna win. Like,
Too much Sindrich gaming in his brain. Dude, honestly, like, it's literally a worse executioner's calling in every way. This is actually what they mean when they say Gen Alpha brain rot.
yeah.
And now Mike's just gonna get picked off here. He has no way to get out besides his ult, and now the fight's unwinnable. Cam gets a decent cast, but knocks the two people who want to be on top of their team. Coffee able to get away, and Blake again not gonna get any value out of his ultimate. They just waited until Kale had the range to just not be able to interact with Swain anymore. I don't know. I think they just like hired someone to go and call with Bean and just say Skibbity over and over and over again, and then he ended up buying freaking Morel and Omicron. And yeah, true. Blake actually did opt for the Zonias over the Rylai's this game, which has been interesting. Sar falling down super low, but is just going to drop his ult. His ult is the size of a freaking continent right now. And Jax is just solo splitting top. I don't know. We're just fighting Kale a little bit too late. She's way too strong. I think this game is just
It's just waiting to be ended.
Yeah,
It's just waiting to be
because
ended.
we're late game, but we're late game with barely any items because of how little we've been fighting, and now Blake is dead. He has no ult. He's just going to get picked up immediately and just murdered.
You hate to see a really close series end like this.
I mean, I love it because I'm like LCK, like degenerate, like the
But
lower
it
kills in the
wasn't-
game, the better. Like there's something wrong with me in the head, but
Okay,
For all
no,
the
I
normal
respect
people.
it. Well, I respect it. It's just like it didn't feel calculated. It just felt wrong, you know? Because like when you're doing an LCK, you like gaslight yourself, and
Right.
they're like strategical geniuses, you know? It's like
Yeah.
this. We just didn't fight with Kale until she was level 17. Like,
Yep.
it just feels so like like deflating. It's like,
Yeah.
damn, like that's
Yeah.
how it
I think
ends.
this game I'm gonna have to give it to Sarverse. He went 7-0-2 and was basically the entire reason they won. I can't imagine anyone else called for the Kale Pig in draft, and I think that was a huge part of it. But just well played
Yeah,
from
just
Andromeda. They just seems like both teams were pretty stressed going into this game 3, and I think they just managed to execute way better. I think a lot of what they were messing up in the first game is just going for plays they didn't need to and losing off of them, and there was absolutely none of that because they didn't go for any plays this game. They just took dragons and won.
yeah, real MVP is whoever called for the Kale pick. So probably
Yeah,
Sarverus. So
Cerberus.
yeah, it's
So I
just like
think the lineup there is Blake, Sam, Sarverus. So congrats to all them. I do got a dip, so no MVP interview. Sorry. We watch the Inferno series tomorrow, most likely before the other game. My entire day will be streaming. No, because I'm playing in one of them. So I don't know. Maybe it'll get cast at like 4:30 or something. I'll ping before it happens. But anyway, thanks for watching. Thank you so much, Daxi, for the co-cast. My voice could not have done it without you. And definitely a lot of fun insight there. But banger series. Thanks again to everyone who watched, and we will see you tomorrow.
peace.